Spotlight coming up. That's presented by the Law Office of Patrick Doherty. We'll hear from Coach Brad Wright and his thoughts on tonight's game, and we'll have the Luther Ford keys to the game as we move along. So we're glad you're with us, and sit down, enjoy the beautiful night as Indiana prepares to take on Shady Side Academy. It's an IRMC high school sports night here on WDAD 1450, 100.3 FM, and Renda Digital TV. We'll be back.
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
Dan in a van hasn't returned your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
Luxembourg's Jewelers, a proud supporter of all the area athletes, would like to wish the best of luck to all the Heritage Conference schools and, of course, the Indiana Little Indians this season. With 2 convenient locations, Luxembourg's Jewelers is the winning choice for gifts of any occasion. Show your school pride with gifts ranging from beautifully logoed coffee mugs, keychains, money clips, water bottles, and more. From the Indiana Mall to downtown Indiana, Hip, Jeff, and the Luxembourg's team wishes everyone an MVP season. Luxembourg's Jewelers is Indiana's jeweler.
So what sets S&T apart from other financial institutions is that they are visionary. Now, we understand that it is partially about the numbers, but they know it's not just about the numbers. It's about the management team. It's about the strategic and business plan. It's about how the team is going to execute on that. In short, S&T gets it. Quite honestly, we couldn't have done it without S&T.
Hey, Indiana sports fans! Good & Associates Insurance Agency is proud to support Indiana high sports. The team at Good & Associates live and work in Indiana and have been serving this great community since 1955. At Good & Associates, the priority is doing what is best for the clients, helping families like yours with auto, home, life, business, and farm insurance. The agency will be there every step of the way. Contact your trusted community advisor today, Good & Associates Insurance, to get a quote. 724-465-8887.
Luther Ford, one trusted name, 2 great locations. Right now at Luther Ford, drive off in a new F-Series truck, Ford Ranger, Ford Maverick, or the all-electric F-150 Lightning. Check out the Ford Bronco, Bronco Sport, Eco Sport, Escape, Explorer, Expedition, Edge, and Mustang Mach-E. And always look at the exciting Ford Mustang. Luther Ford, one trusted name, 2 great locations, Route 119 Homer City and Admiral Perry Highway, Evansburg. LutherFord.com.
Welcome back to the Indiana Total Therapy pregame show for our senior spotlight. Today I'm joined by Ben Cochran. This is brought to you by the Law Office of Patrick Doherty. Ben, thanks for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
All right, who are your parents?
Jill and Steve Cochran.
All right, do you have any brothers or sisters?
Younger brother Josh.
All right, do you get along with Josh?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right. How long have you played football?
Since 6th grade.
Yeah. What's your favorite football memory?
Sophomore year, game against Plum.
That was a popular one last year, so I understand.
Yeah.
All right. Who's your favorite athlete?
Jason Kelsey.
Why?
He's a good center.
He does a pretty good podcast, too. Have you ever watched it?
Yeah, he's pretty funny.
All right. Do you have a favorite movie?
Remember the Titans.
Excellent. Excellent. Yep. All right. How about a favorite class in school? It's got to be math, right, because of your dad?
Personal finance was my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, what are your goals for the 2023 season?
I'd like to make playoffs and also first team all conference.
Good job. Good goals. Do you have plans for after high school?
Go to college, major in accounting and finance.
Do you have any thoughts of trying to continue to play football?
Yeah.
Has any schools been in contact with you?
Grove City, mostly.
Okay, great. Is there anyone that you would like to thank?
My parents, my grandparents, and my coaches.
All right. Ben, thanks for joining us today. This has been Senior Spotlight, brought to you by the Law Office of Patrick Doherty. We will return with more of the Indiana Total Therapy pregame show after this.
Hi, this is Tony Satil, candidate for Magisterial District Judge in Indiana. In football and in all sports, coaches love experienced players in the lineup. It's what sets winners apart. With nearly 33 years as a practicing attorney and the last 3 years as a prosecutor, I have that type of experience. I've also been dedicated to serving our community and our young people for many years. I have the experience our next district judge needs, and I ask for your vote.
Athletic contests involve strength, determination, and perseverance. The team at Beyond the Sunset Pet Crematory in Indiana understands the importance of those qualities and is proud to be a presenting sponsor of all the Lil Indians video broadcasts this year. The team at Beyond the Sunset can guide your family in creating a meaningful ceremony to honor the life and memory of a beloved pet. When you need help with this celebration, you can find them online at BeyondTheSunsetPets.com, helping families and friends honor their loved one.
Milk every moment.
Football fans across the county, did you know
Citizens Ambulance Service has been providing our community with professional emergency medical services for 59 years.
Citizens' 1,000 square mile service area includes 7 school districts and 47 municipalities.
They partner with local fire departments and individuals to have medically trained responders at your door as quickly as possible.
Citizens has responded to 5,400 emergency calls so far this year.
The Citizens Ambulance Board of Directors thanks you and reminds you that community support makes it work.
Welcome back to the Indiana Total Therapy pregame show. I'm joined by Coach Brad Wright. Coach, tough trip to Knock last Friday. Now that you've had the opportunity to watch the film, what are your main takeaways?
Well, I thought we did enough to win the game. Unfortunately, we just turned the ball over and had some penalties in some critical situations. We played better in the second half, so we need to focus on starting faster and establishing the run this week coming in against Shady Side. Not that there weren't anything positive coming out of the Knock game. There were a lot of positives. We showed a lot of battle, and our kids mentally were in it the entire time and kept fighting, and that was a good sign. We just need to play cleaner football and play the game the right way.
It's you had the big touchdown called back on the kickoff. Yeah. How does that change the momentum of the team? And, as that happens, how do you keep them on task?
Well, it just sucks the life out of you. You go from an extreme high to an extreme low. And I was looking the entire time Levi was running. I kept looking back to see if there was a flag anywhere. And I didn't see a flag anywhere, and I was celebrating. And then it just seemed like it came out late, and it was way behind the play. And I'm not. It's just one of those things that just takes your breath away.
You also had a big punt return kind of wiped out as well. So I'm not blaming penalties, that's part of the game. Right. But at the same time, it can really shift your momentum as you're trying to claw back into a game.
Yeah, and we really focus on how to block on special teams, with big lifting and long arming that we teach our kids, and we just try to emphasize to use those skills specifically to not block people in the back or hold. So we just got to keep, re-emphasizing those things that we worked on all summer.
You gave Knock a couple short fields, one on the interception, one on the short punt. I think it was about a 2-yard punt, and that was unfortunate. But that put your defense in a tremendous bind, giving them the ball right around the 20-yard line 2 times, and they were able to come away with 14 points on that. How do you address, those type of things, the sudden change type of situations moving forward?
Well, in reflecting on that play, the defensive end did make a tremendous play, but there was something we learned from it. We're going to make an adjustment to our RPO. We were running an RPO on that play. We were reading second-level player, and the Trevor made the right read. We're just going to simply make a little tweak to it so that doesn't happen.
Good. Now, up front, it seemed like watching the game live, Knock was able to do some things to your interior defensive line, and Nicolazzo was able to have a couple big runs, especially down in the goal in the red area. any changes up front or anything that schematically you can do different to try to avoid that?
Sure, we can give them different looks, stem and move players around, show some different fronts, which, we definitely have worked into the scheme this week, and just make sure the players are playing their techniques correctly. But both sides of the ball, they had some pretty stout kids up front. They had their defensive end and their nose guard were some of the tougher kids we've faced so far this year. So I credit them, and I tip my cap to those players.
It's not going to get any easier for you this week. Shady Side Academy's coming in. They're 2-0. Had a big win off one of our conference rivals, North Catholic. Big comeback. I mean, they were down pretty significantly at halftime, but they were able to rally back and make some plays. And, boy, that quarterback looks like he could be the real deal. We'll see Friday night. But what are you seeing on tape that you have to prepare for with him?
Yeah, they're very explosive, big play potential. Like you said, they were able to come back in a flash, and they're working the ball downfield. And the quarterback has a strong arm, and he throws a good deep ball. And they have some athletic, skilled receivers that can go up and get it. So we have our work cut out for us. We have to make sure that we keep people underneath us and make every catch a combat catch. We can't let them just go up and take the ball cleanly. We have to make sure we're going up and defending every pass.
Not to jinx you, but so far this year, I think your secondary has done that. They've really contested balls and been in the right positions to make plays. So hopefully that'll continue Friday night. All right, so, we look at, we talked about some of the negatives. Tell me a player or somebody that came out of Friday night's game that you were excited about, that you thought really made a step.
I can tell you three. Just named our players of the week from NOC. Evan Brocious on defense. The kid always puts the team first, and he's truly Charlie Hustle. He's every single play he's playing all out. He doesn't make many mistakes, if any. Isaac Nygren on the offensive line really showed us something in the second half. He was blocking to the whistle, coming off the ball, rapping very well on our power plays and getting to the second level and blocking linebackers. And the last player I'll mention is Rocco Cosentino on special teams. He did a very nice job of making sure all of his assignments were completed accurately.
On the air, Doug, Steve, and I were kind of harassing Evan a little bit on that scoop and score, or what we were hoping would be a scoop and score. Yeah. We don't think his dad, Dave, would have got caught. Dave was a pretty good quarterback at Purchase Line in the day, but that remains to be seen. Hey, Friday night, it's Military Appreciation Night, and I know that means something to you and your family. Talk to us a little bit about why it's important for your team to recognize our armed forces.
I just think it's really important to make sure that we're extending respect, and appreciation to those who put their lives on the line and make so many sacrifices for us. As you mentioned, I do have a brother in the military, and now a nephew in the military. My brother's in the Army, my nephew's he just joined the Navy, so I understand, the trials they go through, and those people sacrifice a lot to keep us safe, and we tip our caps to those people.
I heard recently from one of your kids from last year, Alvin Liu. He's at the United States Naval Academy, and he put forth plebe summer. He told my son he didn't really care for that, but Alvin's a kind of kid that I think he'll be very successful down there.
Yeah, absolutely. Alvin's a great kid. Alvin is a very dedicated kid. I can't think of anyone else who's in a weight room more than Alvin, and I know that he'll do us proud, and he's on a path to have a great career.
Coach, I want to thank you. Good luck tonight. We'll be back with more of the Indiana Total Therapy pregame show after this.
Introducing the new Colonial Advantage at Colonial Auto Group. Our complimentary program with every new and used vehicle. 1 year of no-charge maintenance, meaning you can enjoy your new vehicle and let us take care of the rest. Plus, a lifetime warranty. That's a $2,500 value. The Colonial Advantage program is our way of giving you peace of mind with every Colonial vehicle purchase. Colonial Auto Group, home of the Colonial Advantage. Visit shopcolonialcars.com.
At Grand Beginnings Children's Center, their focus is on growing and teaching children to be the best they can be. They know children need education, inclusion, and safety. Grand Beginnings has a mission to provide a warm and nurturing environment in which each child can grow physically, emotionally, socially, intellectually, and spiritually. Grand Beginnings Children's Center with 2 locations in Indiana, teaching children to shine since 1991. Call 724-463-1819. Find them at grandbeginnings.net.
Hello, this is Jay
and Shannon
from Hutton Blues Insurance. We pride ourselves on building strong personal relationships with our clients.
We are an independent agency offering you the best coverage at the best rate. When you buy insurance, whether it's for your home, car, business, or life, you want an advocate working in your best interests. And that's Hutton Blues Insurance, Route 119 North, just outside of Indiana.
We're also honored to have been voted in the top 2 insurance companies in the 23-24 Best of Indiana County contest.
Thank you, Indiana County.
Hi, this is Tony Satil, candidate for Magisterial District Judge in Indiana. In football and in all sports, coaches love experienced players in the lineup. It's what sets winners apart. With nearly 33 years as a practicing attorney and the last 3 years as a prosecutor, I have that type of experience. I've also been dedicated to serving our community and our young people for many years. I have the experience our next district judge needs, and I ask for your vote.
Game show continues with the keys to the game, driven by the Luther.
It's a new season of high school sports in Indiana, and Bowser Minnick Funeral Home is proud to be back presenting Indiana video broadcasts. The team at Bowser Minnick feels overwhelming support from the community and has enjoyed watching and celebrating the accomplishments of the young student athletes, along with all the families and viewers. Bowser Minnick Funeral Home is committed to community involvement and cherishing the special moments that sports create in our children's lives. Bowser Minnick Funeral Home, celebrating each life as uniquely as it was lived.
This is State Senator Joe Pittman, wishing all of our student athletes and their families every success. Friday Night Lights are always exciting, and I recognize how important it is for students to be involved in activities, whether it be in athletics or the performing arts. I salute not only all of our students, but also all who guide them, on and off the gridiron. And I wish all of our hometown teams the best of luck this season.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your local Erie agent is William G. Meckling Insurance Agency. Get a quote at 724-465-4261 or visit mecklinginsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Yeah, let's go to Doug Steve. Doug, what's the emotion on the field right now with the Military Appreciation Night?
Well, even the players, the team, Indiana's team came out early to make sure they were on the field for the national anthem. And also the alma mater and the recognition of the military. So they were very respectful, and they wanted to be up on the field for that moment of silence and everything else. So, hey, Indiana has won the toss, and they will receive to start the football game. So we'll see if Indiana's offense can get things going at the start, back upstairs.
And all of our sideline reports are brought to you by Crimson Wealth Management. We want to thank Doug Steve at Crimson Wealth Management for his support of Indiana High football here on WDAD 1450 AM. For those of you that are at home, you can also log in. We have a live stream tonight. You can see the game on video on Renda Digital TV. You can go to the WDADradio.com website, and you can see all the action live and hear our commentary. So, it's a beautiful night for football here in Indiana, Pennsylvania. The crowd is starting to fill in. As I said earlier, we have a Black Hawk helicopter. There's a restored military Jeep. It's just really, really a lot of energy here at Andy Kosneski Field tonight. So we are about 7 minutes and 25 seconds from kickoff. Let's take our last pregame break right now. You're listening to AM 1450 WDAD 100.3 FM, WDADradio.com, and Renda Digital TV.
There's a reason the frozen food
run that whole break, Garrett.
Of the supermarket.
Renda Digital TV is Indiana County's leading live stream service. Our team of dedicated producers and on-air personalities work hard to bring you network-level event and sports coverage to your fingertips. And if you can't make it, every live stream is archived, so you never miss a minute. And for you IUP football fans, Renda Digital TV is the exclusive home of Hawk Talk, airing every Monday during the season. Subscribe to Renda Digital TV for free today.
It's Brian from SeaWorld Satellites, your Dish Premier local retailer. Upgrade to Dish from DirecTV and get a $300 prepaid MasterCard. Just mention offer code DTV2DISH. Come in or call us today at 724-463-3200, extension 122 to learn more and make the switch to Dish. That's 724-463-3200, extension 122.
Offer ends 11/13/23. Eligibility requirements and restrictions apply. Call for full
Pediatric Care Center of Indiana and Marion Center are proud to support local student athletes. Each athlete has represented their schools and their communities to the best.
Hello, this is attorney Patrick Doherty. In sports, teamwork is important. That's why I'm pleased to announce the addition of attorney Amy Doherty to my team. Whether it's criminal law, divorce, child custody, child support, wills and estates, or buying and selling a home, our team is here for you. Visit us at 737 Water Street in downtown Indiana to discuss how our team can work for you. Good luck this season from the Law Office of Patrick Doherty.
Whether your goals include college education funding, retirement planning, generating income, or reducing taxes, at Crimson Wealth Management Group, we've got you covered. We make it easy for you to make the right decisions by offering you access to a comprehensive array of investment products and wealth management strategies under one roof. One stop for all your financial needs. Crimson Wealth Management Group is committed to helping you pursue your goals, whatever they may be. Stop in and speak with me, Doug Steve, today. You'll be glad you did. Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
The S&T broadcast booth. We're about 3 minutes and 20 seconds away from kickoff here at Kisneski Stadium. All right, for the starting lineups, let's start. Indiana will be on offense first. Obviously, they are led by number 11, Trevor Smith. He's a 5'9", 165-pound senior. His wide receivers, number 5, Evan Brocious, 5'10", 160-pound senior. Anthony Kalchuk, number 13, 6'4", 200-pound senior wide receiver. And also number 3, James Mill, 6'3", 185-pound senior. At the running back will be number 6, Levi Porter. He's a 6', 190-pound sophomore. We will also see number 45, Griffin Pribish, 5'8", 190-pound senior running back. Up front, you have at center, number 76, 6'1", Ben Cochran. He's 280-pound senior. At the left guard is Isaac Nygren. He's number 54. He's a 6', 200-pound senior. At the left tackle is number 52, Carson Beatty. He's 6', 200-pound senior. At the right guard is John Wyatt, number 58. He's a 6', 205-pound junior. And at right tackle is number 55, Colton Augustine. He's a 6'4", 220-pound junior. On defense for the Shady Side Bulldogs, at defensive end, Najir Clark. He's a 6', 197-pound sophomore. At the defensive tackles, you have Marcus Berkeley, 5'11", 202-pound sophomore. Also, number 75, Greg Rushnock. He's a 5'11", 233-pound senior. At the other defensive end, it's number 7, Vito Baravecchio. He's 6'3", 211-pound sophomore. The outside linebacker is number 23, Isaiah Beckman, 5'10", 203-pound senior. And inside is the playmaker on their defense, number 10, Grant Dickey. He's 5'11", 204-pound senior. He's the leader of that defense. The other outside linebacker is number 1, Nate Mallory. He's 6'4", 202-pound senior. In the secondary, they have cornerback number 14, Eddie DeBruce. He's a 5'9", 155-pound senior. At the other corner is number 21, DeLon Evans. He's 5'10", 167-pound senior. We will also see number 2, Deacon Durham tonight. He's 5'8", 156-pound senior. And at safety, we will have number 12, Carter Simcoe, 6 foot, 179-pound senior. So there's your starting lineups for Indiana's offense and the Shady Side defense. As you can hear, we have the Indiana band right below us. They are firing up the crowd with Cherokee. We're about 40 seconds to kick off. Both teams are huddled up. This is a good time to let you know of the Anderson's game time temperature, brought to you by Anderson's Heating and Air Conditioning. As we know, it's fall, and fall's a great time to check your heating and cooling systems. So call Anderson's today, and they'll come out and check your furnaces. But the game time temperature, it's 76 degrees. It feels like 76, and it is a partly sunny sky. There's some big white puffy clouds in the sky, but it is an absolutely gorgeous night for high school football here in Indiana, Pennsylvania. We want to thank Anderson's Heating and Cooling for providing the game time temperature. Our kickoff is sponsored by Grand Beginnings Children's Learning Center. As you know, Grand Beginnings Points for Kids campaign. More points means more money for the Teddy Bear Fund Drive from Grand Beginnings, teaching children to shine since 1991. Grand Beginnings Children's Center, East and West locations for children and students of all Indiana County local schools. At Grand Beginnings Children's Center, the focus is on education, including the safety of children ages 6 weeks to age 12. And Shady Side comes out in a muddle huddle, and they deploy their guys right to left. Kicking off for Shady Side is number 4. And his name is Heron Zarakat, very strong leg. And this ball is kicked, and it is deep, and it is through the end zone for a touchback. Indiana will start 1st and 10 at their own 20. So as we know, that ball, once it crosses the goal line, it's an automatic touchback. So Indiana will take over, 1st and 10 on their 20. They'll come out. Trevor Smith, most of the time, is in the shotgun. Indiana's going to be moving right to left across the field. Smith, he has 2 receivers each side tight. Levi Porter in the backfield. Hand off to Porter up the middle. He gets about 5 yards on the first down carry. And that tackle.
They got Levi Porter on the offensive set. First play of the game, Doc. Remember last week it took him a while to get going.
Yes, that is true, Doug. And we want to see him touch the ball a lot tonight. It's going to be a 2nd and 5. That tackle was by Vito Baravecchio. So Smith, he's got 2 receivers right, 1 to the left, 2 running backs in the backfield. Griffin Pribich checks in. Snap. Smith on the option, kicks it to Porter. Porter gets out to about the 28-yard line. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 2.
You know, it seemed like Shady Side started to shade that way when Prebish looked back at the quarterback, kind of gave it away a little that the run was going that way.
Well, you know, Doug, it's pretty clear the only reason Prebish is, I mean, I don't want to say the only reason, but he's their blocking back.
Yes.
All right, Indiana's got 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, Smith in the backfield. And he got Shady Side to jump. Boy, is he good at doing that. Now the hard count, he gets them to jump. So that's going to give Indiana 1st and 10. That should move it out to about the 33.
If I can remember last year, the same thing happened quite often. Indiana was able to get Shady Side to jump off sides.
Yeah, that was it. And they did that up quite a bit last year, if you recall, Doug. All right, so Indiana's set, 1st and 10. Ball's at the 33-yard line. Smith is in the shotgun. Porter is to his left. Man in motion. And that's going to be a quarterback handoff up the middle to Rocco Cosentino, and that's going to be a loss of about 3 yards, pushing them back to the 30-yard line.
There again, that time pressure came right up the middle from the Shady Side. The Bulldogs, they used to be Indians, now they're Bulldogs defense.
Well, if you're going to be a Bulldog, all right, we can live with that. All right, Indiana's got 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Smith is in the backfield by himself. He calls the signals. Shotgun snap. He looks. Middle screen to Levi Porter. He makes a man miss. He's at the 30, after the 35, across the 40. He's going to come up about 1 yard short. He's out to about the 42-yard line, but that was a nice slip screen by the Little Indians. Trevor let that develop, and Levi came underneath. And it's going to be about a third, looks like about 3rd and 2, huh, Doug? That'll put the ball right at about the 41-yard line. That's right. Indiana comes out. They've got a running back next to Smith, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Smith calls the signals. Man in motion is number 6, Levi Porter. Fakes to him, and Trevor Smith looks like it's going to be just enough for a first down on the quarterback keep. What they did was they brought Levi in jet motion, faked the handoff, and Trevor kept the ball, and that's going to be good for an Indiana first down. And our first downs are brought to you by In First Bank. That's another In First Bank first down. Check out In First Banking Rewards. Total checking today. All right, 2 tight. 2 receivers to the right, tight. 2 to the left, tight. 1 running back in the backfield. He's actually lined up a little bit in front of Trevor Smith. Now Trevor aligns. Calls the signals. High snap. Hand off to Porter. Porter gets out to about the 45, 40, just beyond the 45-yard line. So that's going to be, what, Doug, about a 2-yard gain?
Yeah, about 3 yards, I'd say. But the timing was a little off. There was a little high snap, so they're just a little off in the timing for Levi Morton to get that handoff.
Okay, so Indiana, here we go. We've got Smith in the shotgun. 2 receivers really tight on both sides. And he's got a sidecar to his right. Smith calls the signals. And we got looks like offsides. So that's going to give Indiana 5 free. So that's going to bring up a 2nd and 3. And that'll move the ball just into Shady Side territory at about the 49-yard line. So now Indiana's going to widen out a little bit. You have James Mill and Anthony Kowchuk to the right. You've got 2 men in the backfield, Pribish and Porter. Snap, handoff, fake. Smith on the run. He scrambles. He's got running room if he wants it. He's to the 40 and steps out of bounds. That's good for an In First Bank first down. And we'll see if we can get that on the replay. It almost looked like a broken play at first. Here's the replay on Renda Digital. So it looks like they faked that. They were trying to set up the screen, but it was covered. So Smith just pulled the ball and picked up the first down with his legs.
A nice play by Trevor Smith, and a great job by Shady Side to keep their assignments and kept the outside leverage still intact, or Trevor could have gone a lot further.
And we want to ask you to check out In First Bank's Banking Rewards checking today. Smith in the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Kowchuk in motion. Smith takes the snap. He looks to the right. He finds the ball, and it's tipped up and down to Levi. Oh! Levi Porter tried to tip the ball to himself. It was up in the air. He thought he had it again, and then it got batted away, as you'll see on the replay here.
I think he tipped it a couple times to himself.
Yeah, I do too. The ball was right there, just over the linebacker, and boy, that would have been a big play for Levi. Nonetheless, it's 2nd and 10. Indiana's got the ball on the 40-yard line. You've got James Mill and Anthony Kowchuk to the right. You've got 2 men in the backfield. That's Porter and I believe Cosentino. And Brocious is the other receiver. Whips it out to the flat to Levi Porter. Porter gets the corner. He makes a man miss, and he's down right at the 23-yard line. That's good for an in-first bank first down.
And again, Indiana really getting Levi Porter involved in the offense in this first series this week.
And you can see on the replay here, he made a man miss and was able to stutter step that sideline and pick up a few extra yards after the catch there. All right, the ball is sitting right at the 24-yard line. They've got two men in the backfield. They've got Kowchuk lined up almost as a natural tight end on the line. James Mill out to the left. Evan Brocious is out to the right. Smith calls the signals. Hand off to Porter. Big gap. He's over the 15, over the 20, over the 10. Knocked out of bounds right at the 5-yard line. And again, that's good for an in-first bank first down. And Doug, Indiana is now in the Citizens Ambulance red zone.
Well, that's good. Let's get a touchdown there right now on this next couple plays. But, one thing I noticed Indiana offensively, Trevor Smith, he's looking at the play clock. It's almost like they want to run the play clock down to around 10 seconds, trying to shorten the game because Shady Side's offense does score a lot of points, and I think Indiana's looking to try to take as much time as they can.
Now it looks like the play clock's malfunctioning because it's at 0. There, they reset it now to 40. Did you know that being a Citizens member is less than $7 per month? Community support makes Citizens Ambulance work for Indiana County. So Indiana lines up. Mill in motion. Comes all the way across into the short side of the field. He lines up. Smith back to pass. He throws the fade. Throws to Anthony Kowchuk. He's looking for a hold.
Flag.
There is a flag. It looked like they held Anthony coming right off the line of scrimmage.
Yes, and the defender was beaten, and that's all he could do was pull the back of the jersey of Kowchuk, so he didn't catch the touchdown pass.
Yeah, and in high school it's going to only be half the distance to the goal, so that's really a 3-yard penalty to save a touchdown. I think most coaches would accept that. It'll be first and goal on the 3. They're in the Citizens Bank red zone. So I did it again this week, Doug. Citizens Ambulance red zone.
I won't say anything, Doc.
Everyone else will. All right, so you got Smith. He is flanked in the shotgun. He's got Porter. Hand off to Porter. Porter's got the edge. He's going to get into the end zone. That's an Indiana touchdown. Levi Porter on a 3-yard run. Good opening drive by the Little Indians. And Tristan Redinger is going to come on here to kick the extra point.
Great drive, 6 minutes and 1 second.
That's what India wants to do. They want to keep Devin Harris off the field. Snap is good to Smith. The kick is up. And that kick is good. Your score, Indiana 7, Shady Side Academy nothing. We're going to take a 60-second break here on WDAD 1450 and 100.3 FM and Renda Digital TV. All right, we'll do 2 here.
Check out the Luther Ford, one trusted name, 2 great locations. Right now at Luther Ford, drive off in a new F-Series truck, Ford Ranger, Ford Maverick, or the all-electric F-150 Lightning. Check out the Ford Bronco, Bronco Sport, Eco Sport, Escape, Explorer, Expedition, Edge, and Mustang Mach-E. And always look at the exciting Ford Mustang. Luther Ford, one trusted name, 2 great locations, Route 119 Homer City and Admiral Perry Highway, Evansburg. LutherFord.com.
Board-certified orthopedic surgeons and other less invasive treatments too. Call 888-452-IRMC to make your appointment and get back in the game with IRMC Sports Medicine.
Tonight's opening quarter is being presented by Friends of Jim Struzzi. State Representative Jim Struzzi is proud to support our hometown teams in the 62nd District.
And we're back in the S&T broadcast booth at Andy Kozeski Field. The opening kickoff by Tristan Redinger was fielded and brought down right at the 25-yard line. Good coverage by Rocco Cosentino for the Little Indians. Shady Side will take over 1st and 10 with 5 minutes and 53 seconds. Indiana leads 7-0 here in the early going of the first quarter. And our first quarter is brought to you by the Friends of Jim Struzzi. Shady Side breaks the huddle. They have 2 receivers out to the right and 2 to the left. As I mentioned, their quarterback is Devin Harris. He's a sophomore. Harris is in the shotgun. Man in motion across the field. He rolls to his right and looks to fire, and incomplete. Anthony Kowchuk just out of his reach.
You know, the one thing Indiana has defensively to their advantage, they have some tall secondary defenders in Kowchuk and Mill. So hopefully with the smaller quarterback, he has to throw it extra high to get to the receivers.
Yeah, and no doubt about it. And really, Doug, so far, knock on wood, this season, the secondary has played pretty well. They have a big test tonight, but on that first one, ball was overthrown.
Yes, they have a lot of veterans on that defensive backfield for Indiana, so they're ready to go.
Shady Side breaks the huddle. They have 3 receivers out to the right, 2 to the left. Harris is in the shotgun, man in motion. Handoff to number 14. He gets the edge and gets run out of bounds, about a gain of 3 yards, and that is a handoff to Eddie DeBruce. Levi Porter on the tackle. So that's going to make a 3rd and 7 at the 28-yard line. We are early in the first quarter. The first quarter is brought to you by the Friends of Jim Struzzi. 3rd and 7, Indiana's going to try to get off the field. Shady Side breaks the huddle. They have 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, and a running back in the backfield. Harris back to pass. He looks, he's scrambling. He's sacked! Carson Beatty on the sack. Carson did a good job of pushing upfield, as you'll see on the Renda Digital replay, and then he retraced his steps as Harris tried to roll out of the pocket and did a really nice job. That's going to bring up a 4th down and 10. Shady Side's going to have to punt.
Great pursuit by the Indiana defense. They stuck with the play as the Harris was scrambling and was able to make the tackle there, Beatty.
So Indiana runs some guys on and off. Heron Zarakat is the punter. He's got a very good leg, at least on kickoffs. Snap is true. The kick by Zarakat is a good one. And it's fielded here at the 35. Reverse field. He's got some room. Levi Porter gets stuck right at the 42-yard line. Let's take a quick 30-second break here on WDAD 1450, FM 100.3, and Renda Digital TV.
This is State Representative.
Don't miss the biggest floor sample sale Dowd's Furniture has had in years. We're cleaning out all the shelves and filling both stores with over $4 million of inventory available for immediate delivery. Sofas, recliners, sectionals, bedroom and dining room furniture, plus lamps, pictures, and accessories, all available now. Hurry in and don't miss out at Dowd's of Plumville and Greensburg.
Doesn't your home deserve Dowd's?
Jim Struzzi is proud to support our hometown teams in the 62nd District.
And we're back inside the S&T broadcast booth. Smith hands the ball up the middle. And that's going to be a gain of about 6 yards. Who carried that, Doug? Was that Cosentino?
Yeah, Cosentino, correct.
So good first down run. Puts the ball out to the 47-yard line. It's going to be a 2nd and 5.
You know, tonight at least there's a little breeze down here along the field. 72 degrees right now, but it is a little breeze, so hopefully the cramp situation from last week won't occur.
Yeah, let's hope so. All right, Indiana, they have 3 receivers to Trevor Smith's left, 1 to the right, 1 running back in the backfield. He's in the shotgun. Snap back to Trevor. He looks right, he looks left. Now he rolls, and he fakes. Oh, what a move. Oh, but a good tackle there. That was a good tackle. It looked like Trevor was going to get that corner, but he just got caught. Here's the replay. Yeah, you can see, boy, if he gets by that one guy, he's got the corner. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 4. Ball sits on the 48-yard line. Again, these are very manageable 3rd down for Indiana. They've got 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Man in motion. That's Porter. Smith back to pass. He looks, finds Kowchuk in the flat. Kowchuk over the 50, makes a man miss. He's to the 40 and spun out of bounds at the 41-yard line. And that is good for an in-first bank 1st down. Eddie DeBruce on the tackle for Shady Side. But that's a big 3rd down pickup for the Little Indians.
And nice design play right there. Kowchuk, no one on the outside defensively for Shady Side. A little out pass and a perfect throw by Trevor Smith.
And our sideline reports are brought to you by Crimson Wealth Management. Call Doug Steve for all your wealth management needs. All right, Indiana's got a 1st and 10. They've got the ball on the 39-yard line. They lead 7-0 here in 2:35. Smith hands the ball off. Porter makes a man miss, spin move. He's down the sideline and pushed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Now they're going to mark it back at the 21. That's going to be an in-first bank 1st down. You can see it on the Renda Digital replay. Levi, kind of slow start. Remind me a little bit of Le'Veon Bell, the way he would pick and choose, and then he made a spin and got out. But that puts us in the Citizens Ambulance red zone. Did you know Citizens partners with local fire departments and individuals to have a medically trained profession at your door as quickly as possible? Community support makes it work. Citizens Ambulance Service. All right, Smith has 2 men to his right. Man in motion is Porter. Cosentino's the setback. Smith back to pass. He's looking to set up a screen. Nothing doing. Finds the out to James Mill. Mill makes a man miss, and then he gets wrapped up. That's going to be about a gain of 3 yards, maybe 4.
And again, right now, Indiana, the offensive line is doing a nice job of giving Trevor Smith some time to find some receivers. But Shady Side has done a nice job defensively in defensive backfield there, so he was able to get that little pass off to James Mill.
Indiana leads 7-0 with 1:52 in the 1st quarter. Indiana breaks, and they've got Mill and Kowchuk to the left. They've got Evan Brocious out to the right, 2 backs in the backfield. Smith, toss. Oh, and he gets stopped right away. They tried to do a quick pitch to Levi Porter, and he was swallowed up immediately. Let's take a look at this replay.
So it looks like it's 3rd and 10.
Yeah, the defensive line just stunted, and they brought pressure. So that's going to make it 3rd and 10 now. The ball sits right at the 21-yard line.
Let's see if they can get Anthony Kowchuk open on that same type of play that he got the interference call on the last possession.
Yeah, they have Kowchuk lined up as a true tight end now. James Mill is out to the left. Brocious out to the right. 2 men in the backfield. Porter, Smith. Hand off to Porter. Porter has the edge. He makes a cut. Good read. He churns the legs. He tried to extend the ball. He's going to be very, very close. They're saying he's going to be short. He's going to be.
But you can run the play down to the end of the quarter now if you play under 40 seconds.
Yeah, the play clock won't set. Indiana's going to try to go quickly here. I'm not sure, and they do. And Trevor Smith picks the 1st down. Just ran a quarterback sneak. Trevor Smith picked it up.
Then they're going to let the clock run out for the 1st quarter. Indiana held the ball for all but 1 minute and 7 seconds of that 1st quarter. They have a 7-0 lead, Doc.
Yeah, Doug, that was great ball control. Shady Side had 1 possession in that 1st quarter. Indiana's really been able to impose their will so far on Shady Side. And that's going to be the end of 1st quarter from our S&T Bank broadcast booth. Indiana leads 7-0. You're listening to AM 1450 WDAD, 100.3 FM, and watching on Renda Digital TV.
Contests involve strength, determination, and perseverance. The team at Beyond the Sunset Pet Crematory in Indiana understands the importance of those qualities and is proud to be a presenting sponsor of all the Lil Indian video broadcasts this year. The team at Beyond the Sunset can guide your family in creating a meaningful ceremony to honor the life and memory of a beloved pet. When you need help with this celebration, you can find them online at beyondthesunsetpets.com, helping families and friends honor their loved one.
Renda Digital TV is Indiana County's leading live stream service. Our team of dedicated producers and personalities work hard to bring you network-level event and sports coverage to your fingertips. And if you can't make it, every live stream is archived, so you never miss a minute. And for you IUP football fans, Renda Digital TV is the exclusive home of Hawk Talk, airing every Monday during the season. Subscribe to Renda Digital TV for free today.
Of Indiana County. Visit www.icymca.org for a better us.
Athletic contests involve strength, determination, and perseverance. The team at Beyond the Sunset Pet Crematory in Indiana understands the importance of those qualities.
Hey, Indiana sports fans! Good & Associates Insurance Agency is proud to support Indiana high sports. The team at Good & Associates live and work in Indiana and have been serving this great community since 1955. At Good & Associates, the priority is doing what is best for the clients, helping families like yours with auto, home, life, business, and farm insurance. The agency will be there every step of the way. Contact your trusted community advisor today, Good & Associates Insurance, to get a quote. 724-465-8887.
Offside or got procedure this time. Let's see.
All right, so not the way Coach Wright wanted to go out. That'll back Indiana up to the 13-yard line. It'll be first and goal at the 13. I just heard from my son who's watching the game on the video stream, Garrison Doherty, who played last year for the Indians. He said, boy, this is my kind of game. Just keep running the ball right down Shady Side's throat, Doug. I think we saw that last year, didn't we?
Yes, exactly right. And hopefully now Indiana can get some more points on the board here.
So Smith is in the shotgun. He hands off the ball to Prebish. Prebish fumbles.
Took it right off.
He got it ripped out, and they're going the other way. Shady Side over the 40, to the 50, 40, 30, 20. And Shady Side's going to tie this game up. No flags on the field. Oh, how disheartening.
87 yards.
87-yard fumble return. Boy, Indiana had everything going, and then they fumbled it. Oh, my. That's an 83-yard fumble return. Let's see. Do we have a number on him, Doug?
Grant Dickey, number 10.
Well, he's a playmaker. He is their playmaker. He just came up and basically just ripped that ball right out of Griffin Pribish's arm. Heron Zarakat is on to kick the extra point for Shady Side. Snap is good. The hold is down. Whistles. It's blocked.
Whistles.
But there were whistles. Indiana's offsides, so they'll get to try this again. So they'll move that half the distance to the goal. Now I know that Shady Side has a tremendous weapon in their kicker.
This may be the best kicker he's going to face all season.
Oh, absolutely. His leg is so strong. Snap is good. The hold is down. The kick is up, and that kick is good. All right, so with 11:42 in the second quarter, your score is Indiana 7, Shady Side Academy 7. We'll be back after this on WDAD 1450 AM, 100.3 FM, and Renda Digital TV, presented by Bowser Minnick Funeral Home and Beyond the Sunset Crematory.
At Diamond Medical Supply, we're always on your team. No matter your sport, you can count on our support. With braces, bandages, biofreeze, and so much more, all to keep you in the game. We're a winning care solution, no matter what you play. Diamond Medical Supply, keeping you healthy this season because we care about care.
a pleasant one. Luther Lincoln, your choice for Lincoln. Route 119, Homer City. Click on lutherlincoln.net.
WVAD Indiana.
So Heron Zarakat tees the ball up to kick it off. Grand Beginnings points for kids. More points means more money for the Teddy Bear Fund Drive from Grand Beginnings, teaching children to shine since 1991. And that kickoff is up, and it's going to come down right at the 1 yard line. And there goes Porter. He's out over the 15, and he's wrapped up and met right at the 16-yard line. So Indiana will take over there, 1st and 10, on their own 16-yard line. There's 11 minutes and 35 seconds to go in the second quarter. Your score is tied. Indiana 7, Shady Side Academy 7. And now all of a sudden the Blackhawk helicopter that's right behind the scoreboard here at Kosneski Field, it fired up its engines and looks like it's getting ready to take off out of here. They're going to mark this ball at the 18-yard line, so about a 17-yard return for Porter. Smith comes out. He's got Mill and Kowchuk to his left. Evan Brocious to the right. He's got Rocco Cosentino in at a tight wing and Levi Porter in the backfield. Smith, he calls the signals. Out of the gun. Handoff up the middle to Porter. Porter gets wrapped up immediately, and that's going to be a loss of about 1.
Even the officials are turning. I mean, with the helicopter there, the players are having trouble hearing right now all the noise.
Yeah, my understanding was originally it's going to go right now, but originally they were talking about halftime, so. And there it goes over Kosneski Field, the big Blackhawk helicopter. And the players, they all want to look, because that's pretty cool. Focus on the task at hand. Smith has 3 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. Smith back to pass. He looks left, and he throws underneath, and it's incomplete to Rocco Cosentino. That wasn't going to go anywhere anyway. Dickey was standing right there to wait for him. So this is going to
Shady Side's defense had that play read perfectly.
So that'll bring up a 3rd and 11. Indiana's backed up. Now let's see what Indiana can come up with here on 3rd and long. This has been the first drive where Indiana really hasn't been on schedule. All right, so you have 2 backs in the backfield. You have Cosentino and Porter. You have Evan Brocious wide to the right, Mill and Kowchuk wide to the left. Smith in the gun. Man in motion is Mill. Looks, screen, wide open to James Mill. James Mill makes a man miss. He gets... I think he's got enough, Doug. No, they're going to mark him short.
I believe he stepped bounce about a yard short, a half a yard short.
Boy, he made a nice spin move, and I thought he was going to get that first down. Let's see it on the replay up here. Just a little screen out to him. He gets out to the 20, makes a man miss. Yeah, he's going to be just about a yard short. And I think Indiana's going to get this backed up.
Maybe they can draw him off sides here.
Yeah, we saw last night Dan Campbell in the NFL game for the Lions. He went for it backed up, but I don't think Coach Wright's going to do that. Anthony Kowchuk's the punter. Snap is clean. Kowchuk, nice punt. It's away, and it's over the returner's head, and that's going to take an Indiana roll, and that's going to be a really nice punt. That's going to come to rest right at the 19-yard line. So that's a good punt by Indiana to flip field position, and she's going to come out and be on offense for the 2nd time in this game. Now let's see if Shady Side's offense, what they're going to do. I know the Indiana defense had a very good series the first time. If they didn't play both ways, Doug, I'd say the defense should be fresh, but a lot of these kids play both ways. So
you're exactly right. And Devin Harris, the quarterback, he was only 19 for 32 throwing the ball this year through 2 games, but he has a lot of yards, so it's big plays.
Yeah, he was able to hit his big, tall receivers. So Harris brings a man in motion. Oh, what a tackle. He got flipped up and down and all around by Anthony Kowchuk.
There's a flag.
Oh, what's that flag? Let's see this replay here. I believe Eddie DeBruce was on the run. He came in motion, handoff, and just got up by Kowchuk. Let's see what this flag is. If this is against Shady Side, Indiana may want to decline this, Doug, and take the down because it was a significant loss.
Yeah, that's what they're talking. They want to decline it.
So that's going to be a decline penalty. It looks like it was a hold maybe on a chop block on Shady Side. So India declines that. That's going to bring up a second down and long. And that'll move the ball all the way back to the 14. So it'll be 2nd and 15. Ball's backed up on the 14-yard line. Your score is 7-7 with 9:35 to play in the second quarter here from Kisneski Field. Shady Side Academy breaks the huddle. They've got 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, and an H-back. Nobody else in the backfield. Man in motion to Bruce. Fakes, hits the slant. Incomplete. Good tackle. Evan Brocious was right there and made a play on Nate Mallory.
I tell you what, the receiver
lucky
for Shady Side heard footsteps there on that pass.
Yeah, Nate Mallory's 6'4", 202 pounds. Evan Brocious is 5'10", 160 pounds, but Evan laid the wood there. So it's going to be 3rd and 15, back on the 14-yard line. Harris has a sidecar to his right. He's back to pass. He looks, he pumps. He's got all day long. He's running, he's moving. He's going to go down, and that's going to be intentional grounding in the end zone. That should be intentional grounding in the end zone. There was no receiver in the area. They're not going to call it.
They said 14 was there, but I'd say he was within about 10 yards of the play. But yeah, I would have called that as well.
After the call that against Indiana last week on their final drive, oh boy, I can't believe they didn't call that one, Doug. But that's going to bring up 4th and 15.
Coach Wright, as I was out on the field, question said, how can that not be intentional grounding?
Yeah, I don't understand.
The referee right now is pointing. There's a player there, but 14 was 10 yards away.
Well, and that rule was, I thought you had to get it back to the line of scrimmage, but it's negated if they say there's a receiver
now
in the area.
Now they're calling it.
Are they?
Lost it down. That's it. Wait, why is it not a? Now they called it. They went and talked with the other official on that sideline, but why isn't it a safety?
That should be a safety because it was in the end zone.
Yes, it is a safety.
Yes. Well, hey, look, the good news is the referees got the call right. They got it correct, so that's a safety. So Indiana puts 2 more up on the board to take a 9-7 lead at the 9:06 mark. So, all right, so that's a safety. And that's going to add 2 more points to the Teddy Bear Fun Drive. Thank you to Grand Beginnings Child Care Center. Grand Beginnings Children's Center, East and West locations for children and students of all Indiana County local school districts. At Grand Beginnings Children's Center, the focus is on education, inclusion, and safety for children ages 6 weeks to 12. Grand Beginnings Children's Center, teaching children to shine. Well, Doug, that play made us shine. The Indiana defense is off to a quick start against this offense. All right, so now Shady Side Academy will kick the ball off. They should be kicking off from their 20, no, Doug?
Yeah, 25, I believe it. No, it is the 20. That's right.
Yeah, and they're moving
20-yard line.
They're moving them back now.
And they'll have the option whether to punt or kick, but with the kicker they have,
I'd kick it.
Probably you could still make the end zone back there.
I'd kick it. He'll kick it close anyway. All right, so it's 9:06 to play in the second quarter. Shady Side lines up to kick this ball away. We've got Porter and Brocious back deep for the Indiana Indians. Heron Zerakat, number 4, the kicker. Very strong leg. The ball is teed up at the 20-yard line. Zerakat approaches the ball, and it's away. And it's kicked to Porter. He catches it at the 18. He's over the 30. Over the 35, out to the 40. Makes a man miss. and he's going to be swarmed down by a bunch of Bulldogs right at the 42-yard line. Good return. That tackle was made by number 62, and that's Rocker. And 26 is Belko for Shady Side Academy. Indiana comes out. They're going to have the ball, 1st and 10, at the 42-yard line.
How about an 8-minute and 57-minute drive right here, Doc?
That would be a good drive. All right, so here we go. Indiana has the ball. Smith in the gun. Hands up the middle to Porter. He's got running room. He's out over the 50, 45, 40. He breaks a man miss. He's down the sideline. Look out, Levi. Porter. Touchdown, Indiana. Well, Doug, will you accept that drive in lieu of an 8-minute drive? All right, here's a replay on Renda Digital, and you see Porter just take that ball to the house. One play, 58 yards. Again, he ran right through the Citizens Ambulance red zone to get into the end zone there, Doug.
Yes, he did, and he actually broke some tackles at the line of scrimmage to propel himself into that end zone.
He really did. All right, Tristan Redinger is on for the extra point. Ball is snapped, kick is up. And the kick is good. All right, let's take a break. Your score is Indiana 16, Shady Side Academy 7, with 8:42 left in the second quarter. You're listening to AM 1450 WDAD, 100.3 FM, and watching on Renda Digital TV, brought by the Bowser Minnick Funeral Home and Beyond the Sunset Pet Crematory.
This is Tony Satil, candidate for Magisterial District Judge in Indiana. In football and in all sports, coaches love experienced players in the lineup. It's what sets winners apart. With nearly 33 years as a practicing attorney and the last 3 years as a prosecutor, I have that type of experience. I've also been dedicated to serving our community and our young people for many years. I have the experience our next district judge needs, and I ask for your vote.
What sets S&T apart from other financial institutions is that they are visionary. Now, we understand that it is partially about the numbers, but they know it's not just about the numbers. It's about the management team, it's about the strategic and business plan, it's about how the team is going to execute on that. In short, S&T gets it. Quite honestly, we couldn't have done it without S&T.
Going to do it and take the ball to the house. Indiana had him wrapped up and just were not able to get him to the ground. That was about a 90-yard touchdown return.
Yeah, 94 yards. Got it at the 6.
94-yard return. Man, and Indiana had him wrapped up, Doug, right around the 40-yard line. Just were not able to bring him to the ground.
You're right, Doc. 2 big plays by Shady Side that keeps them in the game right now.
Yeah, that's going to make that the score while Zerkot's on the kick. Indiana's running guys on and off. The snap is good. The hold is down. The kick is... and it's good. All right, let's take a 60-second break. Your score is Indiana 16, Shady Side Academy 14. You're in the second quarter here at Andy Kuzneski Field and Bank broadcast booth on AM 1450 WDAD.
Hey, Indiana, mark your calendars for November 7th.
Indiana's premier fitness facility, Sobek Fitness, is excited to be a sponsor of Little Indians Athletics and this year's football season. Sobek Fitness is Indiana's only open-floor gym. One step inside and you will realize this is no ordinary gym. Sobek has the largest selection of equipment to choose from, including plate-loaded machines and plate select machines. Whether you're a seasoned veteran or new to a gym, Sobek has the equipment for you. Call Sobek Fitness to join, 724-801-8170, or check them out online at SobekFitness.com.
I'll have a pumpkin spice latte. Ooh, maybe I should spice things.
Football season, and before you know it, Mother Nature will say time to turn off the AC and crank up the furnace. Have you had your furnace checked lately? If not, call Anderson's Heating and Air Conditioning in Indiana. They're this area's authorized trained dealer. Anderson's can give your furnace a full checkup to make sure it's ready for fall and winter. Don't wait. The game clock is ticking down for cooler temps. Call Anderson's at 724-465-8923. Anderson's Heating and Air Conditioning. PA license 677.
Last booth at Andy Kisneski Field. Shady Side Academy just took the ensuing kickoff back for a 94-yard touchdown. Zerakat is about to kick the ball off to Brocious and Porter. But more points means more money for the Teddy Bear Fund Drive from Grand Beginnings, teaching children to shine since 1991. Zerakat approaches the ball, and the kick is up and away. It's kicked to Porter. Porter's going to get the ball right at the 4-yard line. He comes out. He's over the 15. Stutter steps to the 20, brought down at the 22-yard line. So about a 21-yard return. You can see it on the Renda Digital replay.
Tackle by 31. Ty Fuller.
Ty Filler was on a tackle for Shady Side Academy. All right, so it's Indiana 16. Shady Side Academy 14. There's 8 minutes and 18 seconds. Our first Commonwealth Bank quick stat of the game. Shady Side has 14 points on minus 16 net yards of offense. They had a strip fumble for a touchdown and a kick return for a touchdown. Let's see if Indiana can answer. They have the ball on the 22-yard line. Smith has a sidecar. Man in motion is Brocious. Hand off the middle, up the middle, and that's Porter. No, that's Cosentino. He's out over the 30. And that's a first down run. And that's good for an in-first bank. First down. Rocco Cosentino on the tough run there for the Little Indians. Mallory on the tackle.
I tell you what, Indiana offensive line really doing a great job so far in this first half on opening up the holes for their running backs in the running game.
Yes, and so now it's going to be a 1st and 10. Ball is right at the 34-yard line. Trevor Smith is in the gun. He's got a sidecar to his right. 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Smith takes the ball. He's back to pass. He looks. Now he pulls it down. He's running. And he slides. Oh! He slides down right at the 40, at the 37-yard line. So that's a good awareness by Trevor there to get what he can and get down.
Yes, exactly. You know, going back to my comment about the offensive line, when you get the ball on the outside perimeter, it's not just the offensive line, it's your receivers and slot guys also making great blocks for Indiana as well.
Yeah, it really is. They're doing a good job. Our sideline report by Crimson Wealth Management. Call Doug Steve at Crimson Wealth Management for all your financial needs. All right, Indiana comes out. They've got James Mill wide to the left. Porter's in the backfield with Smith. Pribish is a wing. Brocious is wide out. Snap back. Handoff fake. Smith up the middle. He's out over the 40. That's going to be real close to a first down. That was just the read option by Indiana. Trevor had the option to give it or to keep it. And that looks like it is going to be just short. Looks like it's going to be 3rd and maybe the length of a football. And that ball rests right at the 42-yard line. Want to say hello to Trevor Smith's Uncle Greg, who's up in Erie watching the game. I'm being told he's vacuuming his pool as he's doing this. So it is a nice night even up in Erie, Pennsylvania. Smith in the gun. Hands off to Porter. Porter makes a move up the field. He's over the 50, and he's wrestled down right at about the 49-yard line. Good run to pick up that first down. You know, Doug, Levi Porter, they've really made a concerted effort of getting him involved in this game plan tonight, early and often.
Yes, and it started right from the first play of the game, and it hasn't stopped since then. And, hey, when you have an athlete and a player like Levi Porter, you get him the ball as often as possible and let him create opportunities.
Mill is spread to the left. Brocious spread to the right. Pribish in the wing. Flint is on the right of quarterback Trevor Smith in the gun. There's 5:19 in the second quarter on a moving clock. Smith reads, And he goes. Hands the ball off to Porter. That's going to be about a gain of maybe 7. Again, Indiana does a good job of running, and you can see it on the replay. Trevor Smith holds that ball, and decides, am I going to keep it or am I going to give it to Levi? That time he gave it to Levi.
Hey, with the Indiana running the ball so well, I think you keep on going to you. Not only do you get gaining good yardage, but you're also using the clock here under 4:45 in the first half.
Absolutely, Doug, and that keeps Devin Harris in that Shady Side offense off the field. Prebish is the single setback. They've got 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Man in motion is Brocious. Fake to Brocious. Smith on the keeper. And he's out over the 38-yard line. That's good for an In First Bank first down. Visit In First Bank for their rewards checking today. In First Bank. Member FDIC. Indiana's on the move. They have a 1st and 10. The ball is sitting right at the 38-yard line. The clock is at 3 minutes and 58 seconds on a moving clock. Indiana's moving left to right here at Kisneski Field inside the S&T Bank broadcast booth. People forward banking. Smith hands the ball off to Porter. Porter slides and shifts. He was running, Doug. I don't know if you could see that. He had his shoulders facing the sideline, and he was running forward.
Yeah,
slicing.
Yeah, just great body control. And Levi, he is a football player and an athlete as well. And you're seeing that tonight for all the fans here at Andy Kisneski Field and watching on the YouTube.
Yeah, and you can see it the way he is. I said earlier, it kind of reminds me a little bit of like Le'Veon Bell, the way he kind of just shifts and has that second gear. All right, here we go. Cosentino's in the backfield. Smith hands off to Cosentino. He makes a man miss. He's got the edge. And he's going to pick up just about 7 yards. Good for an In First Bank first down. Check out In First Bank and their rewards checking today.
I have Indiana 8 plays on this drive, 8 running plays in this drive. So they're doing a great job controlling the clock and moving the ball downfield.
Yeah, and the ball is on the 29-yard line, just outside the Citizens Ambulance red zone. All right, we've got James Mill wide right. Evan Brocious wide left. Smith in the gun. Hands the ball off to Porter. Porter's got a big lane. And he's going to be brought down right about the 25. So gain of about 4. And that he was brought down by number 66 for Shady Side. That's Bellinati.
25.
Indiana's doing a good job. They've got all 3 timeouts. The clock is winding under 2 minutes to go. Indiana leads 16-14 in the second quarter here at Kisneski Field. It's going to be a 2nd and 6, balls on the 25. Indiana's got all their timeouts. They can run the ball. They can throw the ball, whatever they need here. Smith back. He's looking to pass. He rolls to his right. He's rolling. He's going to put it away, and he's going to run. He's out over the 20 and runs out of bounds. He gets out of bounds right around the 21-yard line.
See, I could have made that tackle, but I thought better of it, Doc.
Yeah, Doug, I think, it's always best to just get out of the way.
Slower than I used to be able.
Always so, Doug. You're short. Anyhow, here we go. We've got a 3rd down and 2. The ball sits on the 21-yard line. Trevor Smith. He's got Levi Porter in the backfield. Trevor's going to go up under center. This is usually a quarterback sneak. Up, Indiana jump. It looked like Isaac Nygren might have jumped.
Yeah, I think he got a split second. He took off.
So that's going to move it back to the 26-yard line. It'll be a 3rd and 7, but this will give us an opportunity to talk about the Citizens Ambulance red zone. Indiana was just in it. Now they're just bounced just outside of it. But did you know Citizens needs your support? Its membership has reached 6,100 households in 2023, 15% of all service area households. Community support makes it work. Smith hands the ball off. He stutter steps Levi Porter, and he trips. He's going to be just over the 20-yard line. Are they going to mark that short? No, they marked him down short.
Yeah, he slipped and fell right there. He would have easily had the first down. He slipped at the 19-yard line.
So it's going to be 4th and 1. Indiana's coming up quick. Trevor Smith is going to go under center here. Porter is directly behind him. And they're just going to push him forward, and that'll be good for an Indiana first down. And
I tell you what, Indiana got away with an offsides. They had two guys on the left side of the line that their helmets were over the ball. Luckily, the officials didn't call it.
All right, well, let's take a timeout with them. You're listening to AM 1450 WDAD and FM 100.3 and Renda Digital TV, brought to you by the Bowser Minnick Funeral Home and Beyond the Sunset Pet Crematory.
And a van hasn't returned your call? Chuck and a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
WDAD Indiana.
And we're back inside the S&T Bank broadcast booth. We'll reset the scene for you. Indiana leads 16-14, a minute 5 to go in the second quarter. Indiana has the ball. It's 1st and 10 on the 17-yard line. This has been a significant drive by the Indians.
It started on the Indiana's own 22-yard line at the 8:18 mark of the second quarter, 11 running plays.
And that's to be the recipe right now. Smith's got 2 men in the backfield. He's back to pass. He looks. He gets the ball out to Kowchuk. Kowchuk's at the 5, and he gets wrapped up. He's still on his feet. He's pushing, and his forward progress stopped right about the 2-3 yard line. And that's going to be an in-first bank first down for the Little Indians.
Tell you what, that was close to an illegal man downfield. It looked like some of the Indiana linemen were more than that allotted yards downfield.
Yeah, I couldn't tell on the Renda Digital replay. Indiana's called a timeout. We're going to keep it right here. You've got 53 seconds left. Indiana used that's their second timeout. Indiana leads 16-14. And, Shady Side only had 2 offensive series. However, they have 14 points on the board. 1 on the strip fumble and 1 on the kickoff return to give them their 14 points. Indiana, they've scored on 2 lengthy drives, and then they also forced a intentional grounding in to give a safety. So this is where we are. Indiana's got the ball. It rests on the 3-yard line, 1st and goal, inside the Citizens Ambulance red zone. Community support makes it work. Smith in the gun. Porter to his left. Hand off to Porter. Porter stutter steps. He has the corner. Touchdown, Levi Porter. What a significant drive by the Little Indians to answer the Deacon Durham 94-yard touchdown run. Porter punches it in from 3 yards out. Tristan Redinger will come on to attempt that extra point.
And Doc, I'll make sure I get a quick comment from Coach Wright here as the half ends.
That'll be great, Doug. Redinger on to kick out of the hold of Smith. The snap is down. Kick is up. And the kick is good. Boy, the referees really delay it. It's almost like the old Australian rules football refs. Anyway, your score is Indiana 22, Shady Side Academy 14. 49 seconds to go in the second quarter. Let's take a quick break on AM 1450 WDAD, FM 100.3, and Renda Digital TV, presented by Bowser Minnick Funeral Home and Beyond the Sunset Pet Crematory.
Happiness is Friday Night Lights. Happiness is also when InFirst Rewards Checking gives customers money back when they use their card on all those fantastic things in life, such as getting ice cream, family vacations, going to sporting events, and trips to the amusement park. But do you know what truly makes InFirst happy? It's seeing Indiana student-athletes shine in the community. Good luck, Indiana High, from the team at InFirst Bank. InFirst Bank, member FDIC.
InFirst Bank, here for you.
1450 WDAD.
And we're back at Andy Kuzneski Field inside the S&T Bank broadcast booth. Tristan Redinger tees it up. Indiana leads 23-14. And the kick, it's a squib kick. And it's fielded, and he's going to be down right at the 16-yard line. Good job by Tristan Redinger on the squib kick.
Yeah, they're going to go to the 17. I thought it was the 16 as well, 17-yard line. But, hey, look at that last play drive. They 78 yards, 13 plays, 12 runs, and 1 pass. And they started the drive at the 8:18 mark, and they held the ball for almost 7.5 minutes.
And more points means more money for the Teddy Bear Fund Drive from Grand Beginnings, teaching children to shine since 1991. All right, Shady Side Academy comes out. They've got 3 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left, Harris in the gun. He's got a sidecar to his right. And he's back. He quick screen out here, gets the ball, and he's tackled. It looks like that was completed to number 2, Deacon Durham. Then the clock continues to roll. That was about a 3-yard gain. Ball sits right around the 20-yard line. Shady Side breaks the huddle. They've got 3 men to the right, 1 to the left. Harris in the gun, man in motion. Harris back. He looks on a quick slant. He's got a man. Brocious on the tackle. They got to wrap him. And they do, right around the 40-yard line, and that's Nate Mallory on the quick slant. And there's 4 seconds left on the clock. Did Shady Side take a timeout, Doug?
Yes, they did, with 4 seconds to go.
All right, let's take a quick 30-second timeout with them. You're listening to AM 1450 WDAD, FM 100.3, and Renda Digital TV, brought to you by the Bowser Minnick Funeral Home and the Beyond the Sunset Pret Crematory.
To experience luxury with your next vehicle? Then look no further than Luther Lincoln. From the full-size Lincoln Navigator to the mid-size Lincoln Aviator or the Lincoln Nautilus and Corsair crossovers, Luther has the Lincoln you want. With complimentary pickup and delivery for service, or being able to schedule your service appointments online, Luther Lincoln wants to make your experience a pleasant one. Luther Lincoln, your choice for Lincoln. Route 119, Homer City. Click on lutherlincoln.net.
Sports Medicine.
Classic Hits 1450
WDAD.
And we're back inside the S&T Bank broadcast booth here at Andy Kuzneski Field. There is 4 seconds. Indiana leads 23-14 over Shady Side Academy in the second quarter. Indiana linebackers coach Mike Weaver is on the sideline telling his players to loosen up a little bit. Don't let anybody behind you. Mike Weaver, he's been patrolling those sidelines a long time with defensive coordinator Bill Warwick. Harris in the shotgun. He's got 2 right, 2 left. He's back to pass. He's looking. He gets flushed. He steps up, and that ball's going to be caught at the 38-yard line, but that's going to be the end of the first half.
Okay, Doc, I have Coach Brad Wright. And Coach, you take away 2 big plays that Shady Side made. You guys dominated the first half.
Yeah, absolutely. I challenged our line to come out, step up, rise to the occasion, and drive these guys off the ball, and we're doing that right now. We just have to do it again in the second half.
Go get him in the second half.
Thank you.
There you have it, head coach Brad Wright.
And our sideline reports are brought to you by Crimson Wealth Management. Call Doug Steve at Crimson Wealth Management for all your financial needs. Hey, Doug.
Yes.
Tremendous first half by the Little Indians here, huh?
There's no doubt about it. That might be the best half of football in Coach Wright's 2 years here in Indiana. I know they won some games last year, but, there's just 2 big plays, the fumble return and the kickoff return. The defense has played tremendous, and the running game has been tremendous for Indiana. They just have to keep it up for 2 more quarters.
That's it. And, we'll be back. Here we go. So it's 23. Indiana's 23. Shady Side Academy's 14. And we got a full halftime show. We have a feature interview with Indiana Athletic Director Dan Roan. So we'll be back after this break. You're listening to AM 1450, FM 100.3, Renda Digital TV, brought to you by our presenting sponsor, Bowser Minnick Funeral Home and Beyond the Sunset Pet Crematory. Garrett, run that whole first half.
This whole
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
Oh, hi. Nick Moore, head coach of the state runner-up Homer Center Lady Wildcats. When I'm not game prepping with the girls, I'm creating financial game plans at Walbeck Insurance. We take time to learn about your specific needs to create a game plan tailored just for you, whether it is auto, home, life, health, or business insurance. Come see me, Nick Moore, at Walbeck Insurance, where we offer more choices, more savings.
Call 724-479-9378 to let Coach Nick make a game plan for you.
In real estate, whether you're buying or selling, Berkshire Hathaway is here to help you. Hi, I'm Tom Moreau from Berkshire Hathaway. Our experienced agents are here to help you.
Hello, this is John with the John and Anna Clark team. As a member of the community, we would be happy to assist you in buying or selling your home. Call us at 724-331-7455.
The face of integrity, passion, and experience, Berkshire Hathaway, 200 South 7th Street, or visit us online at thepreferredrealty.com.
Hello, this is attorney Patrick Doherty. In sports, teamwork is important. That's why I'm pleased to announce the addition of attorney Amy Doherty to my team. Whether it's criminal law, divorce, child custody, child support, wills and estates, or buying and selling a home, our team is here for you. Visit us at 737 Water Street in downtown Indiana to discuss how our team can work for you. Good luck this season from the law office of Patrick Doherty.
Introducing the new Colonial Advantage at Colonial Auto Group. Our complimentary program with every new and used vehicle. 1 year of no-charge maintenance, meaning you can enjoy your new vehicle and let us take care of the rest. Plus, a lifetime warranty. That's a $2,500 value. The Colonial Advantage program is our way of giving you peace of mind with every Colonial vehicle purchase. Colonial Auto Group, home of the Colonial Advantage. Visit shopcolonialcars.com.
At Diamond Medical Supply, we're always on your team. No matter your sport, you can count on our support. With braces, bandages, biofreeze, and so much more, all to keep you in the game. We're a winning care solution, no matter what you play. Diamond Medical Supply, keeping you healthy this season because we care about care.
Renda Digital TV is Indiana County's leading live stream service. Our team of dedicated producers and on-air personalities work hard to bring you network-level event and sports coverage to your fingertips. And if you can't make it, every live stream is archived, so you never miss a minute. And for you IUP football fans, Renda Digital TV is the exclusive home of Hawk Talk, airing every Monday during the season. Subscribe to Renda Digital TV for free today.
We're back with the Indiana Total Therapy halftime show. I'm joined by Indiana Athletic Director Dan Roan. So, Dan, your first year, you just completed 1 full year as Athletic Director at Indiana. Tell me, how's it gone so far?
It's been great, Pat. Thanks for asking. The first year, I think, was very much about getting my feet wet, learning how Indiana operates, and just making sure that I'm feeling comfortable with everybody in each situation. We had a lot of success with our athletics. I was very impressed by our swimming team, our baseball team, our boys golf team, got to include our volleyball team. Just a lot of great things happening here, and I think the way that we're implementing things and growing as an athletic department, I think we're only going to get better.
Now, the school district, part of what you have to do is like a lot of social media and those type of things. and I can say from a parent's point of view, it's been tremendous. That's got to be a lot of work, though.
It is, yeah. It definitely is. Long hours, lots of time on the computer. I think it's all worth it in the end. That's one thing I wanted to change about my tenure here was I wanted to highlight our student athletes, highlight their successes, make them known, give them a name, give them a platform. I think I'm not finished yet. I think we still have a long ways to go, but I think everything that we implemented last year is a step in the right direction.
How about any changes that you're looking to make in year 2 and beyond with, things after you've had a year to evaluate and see what works, see what doesn't work? Is there anything that maybe behind the scenes changes that the average fan isn't going to notice?
Well, I don't want to give away all my secrets yet. Sure. Obviously, I think every day you're making different changes. Something might not have worked last year. It's a small change here and there, just updating something. One thing that I do want to change is a couple policies around in terms of fans and spectators. We're going to obviously work with our referees and our officials a little bit more on security purposes, things like that. So some positive changes in that aspect. I want to, again, make sure that we're publicizing our student athletes as much as I can. Other than that, I just want to continue to have these home events be actually events. I want people to come. I want people to enjoy the atmosphere, and I want to be able to make it a really good place for people to come and watch a good product as well. So hopefully we're going to do some more game time promotions and things like that.
Talk to me a little bit about, there's so many things that go on to run a successful athletic program. I look at it from a perspective of you need outside help from the booster clubs, whether it's a football, baseball, basketball, or any sport that has a booster organization, to kind of help fund. I don't want to say the extras anymore. It used to be the extras, but now even some of the day-to-day things that, based on tightening school budgets, we just can't provide. Mm-hmm. So talk to me about the interplay with your booster clubs and how they're a part of the success here in Indiana.
Absolutely. Our boosters have been very supportive of me and the direction that I want these programs to go since day one. They don't really put up a fight whenever I ask them to help fund something a little bit extra. It's been fantastic. I truly appreciate the support from each and every one, and they're so important in the success of our student athletes as well. Obviously, with every single year, prices are going up, inflation's happening, everything under the sun, and our budgets don't always get extra money. And that's just something that school districts across the state and across the nation are facing. So these boosters are ever so important, and I think they're doing a really good job complementing everything that we're doing here.
All right, so we all know about the successes of your first year, and you've had some personal successes and some personal setbacks all in one night. Talk to me a little bit, and I know most of our viewers know, but the birth of your daughter was a little more eventful than you and your wife maybe had hoped, huh?
Yeah. Let's just say, I was awake for it, but I wasn't always on my feet for it. Had a little spill, had a big setback, but you know what they say, minor setback for a major comeback. So I'm feeling good. I'm feeling healthy. Our daughter's perfect. Yeah. My wife and I are very, very blessed. We've had huge support here at the school district, huge support in the community for us. So we can't thank everybody enough for reaching out and supporting us. And we're just looking forward to seeing her grow up.
Now, is it a challenge knowing that, your wife is the lacrosse coach at IUP? So, you're busy over here at Indiana. She's busy with her season. That's got to be a lot of juggling with a newborn.
Yeah, it is. Sometimes our interactions throughout the day is her going out the door and saying bye, her leaving, or her coming home, and then me leaving, saying bye and hi. It's challenging. It has its own challenges, but we make the best of it. There's always, we both understand what each other do, and I think that's the best way that we can go about our relationship. I'm very blessed to have her as my wife. I think we support each other. Each and every day with athletics. She gets it, I get what she does, and we just complement each other, so it's really nice.
Well, listen, I want to thank you for taking some time out to sit down with us. We'll be back with more of the Indiana Total Therapy Halftime Show after this.
It's Brian from SeaWorld Satellites, your Dish Premier. It's Brian from SeaWorld Satellites, your Dish Premier local retailer. Upgrade to Dish from DirecTV and get a $300 prepaid MasterCard. Just mention offer code DTV2DISH. Come in or call us today at 724-463-3200, extension 122 to learn more and make the switch to Dish. That's 724-463-3200, extension 122.
Offer ends 11/13/23. Eligibility requirements and restrictions apply. Call for full details.
It's a new season of high school sports in Indiana, and Bowser Minnick Funeral Home is proud to be back presenting Indiana video broadcasts. The team at Bowser Minnick feels overwhelming support from the community and has enjoyed watching and celebrating the accomplishments of the young student athletes, along with all the families and viewers. Bowser Minnick Funeral Home is committed to community involvement and cherishing the special moments that sports create in our children's lives. Bowser Minnick Funeral Home, celebrating each life as uniquely as it was lived.
Hi, we're back with the Indiana Total Therapy halftime.
Our referees and our officials.
Oh, they're
just say spill.
We both have to sit down.
Professional Center in Indiana and the best of luck in today's contest. Jabber and their entire team at both locations would like to wish both teams the best of luck in today's contest and in the future. The Pediatric Care Center, with 2 locations located in the 119 Professional Center in Indiana and the Mahoning Medical Center in Marion Center, recognized as the best pediatric care team in the Best of Indiana County contest.
Happiness is Friday Night Lights. Happiness is also when InFirst Rewards Checking gives customers money back when they use their card on all those fantastic things in life, such as getting ice cream, family vacations, going to sporting events, and trips to the amusement park. But do you know what truly makes InFirst happy? It's seeing Indiana student athletes shine in the community. Good luck, Indiana High, from the team at InFirst Bank. InFirst Bank, member FDIC.
InFirst Bank, here for you since 1922.
Football fans across the county, did you know
Citizens Ambulance Service has been providing our community with professional emergency medical services for 59 years.
Citizens' 1,000 square mile service area includes 7 school districts and 47 municipalities.
They partner with local fire departments and individuals to have medically trained responders at your door as quickly as possible.
Citizens has responded to 5,400 emergency calls so far this year.
The Citizens Ambulance Board of Directors thanks you and reminds you that community support makes it work.
Last week, Shady Side was in a similar situation. They were down 21-10 against the tough North Catholic team, and they put on a tremendous comeback. So I would imagine Coach Wright is reminding his team, hey, Shady Side Academy is not going anywhere. They're going to play the full second half here.
Yeah, you're exactly right. 24 minutes of football left, and Shady Side's going to get the ball to start this second half, so it's imperative that the Indiana defense comes up and do what they've been doing the first half, really making it difficult. And the defensive backs for Indiana have been doing a great job of keeping the receivers underneath them, giving up the short yardage but not giving up the big plays, and that's what they're going to have to continue to do here. So I think if Indiana can get this first series and get a 3 and out and get the ball back, and again just grind it out, continue to use clock and grind it out, we'll be in great shape.
And really, Shady Side hasn't stopped Indiana here in the first half. The only time they did was on the forced fumble, and at one point we talked about early in the broadcast, Shady Side had 14 points but minus 16 yards. Indiana's got them to jump off several times. Indiana just really seemed to run the football however they wanted to in the first half.
Yeah, they have to continue. Hopefully, Indiana does not wear out here. I mean, it's still warm up, but it's a nicer evening. Hopefully they don't wear out playing both sides of the ball, and that they can take care and secure the football. That's the only way I think Indiana, you saw 2 big plays by Shady Side Academy in the first half. As long as Indiana doesn't give them opportunities by not taking care of the football, I think Indiana will be in great shape here in the second half. But, hey, 24 minutes is a lot of time for high school football. We saw about 23 points scored. What was it? It was only 7-0 at the end of the first quarter, so we saw a lot of points scored in that second quarter there. So
Yes.
anything can happen with 24 minutes in high school football.
Yeah, it can. All right, we have about 7 minutes till halftime. The teams still haven't come out yet. Let's take another break here. Indiana leads 23-14. You're listening to WDAD AM 1450 and FM 100.3, and you're watching the Renda Digital TV, brought to you by the Bowser Minute Funeral Home and Beyond the Sunset.
Estate. Whether you're buying or selling, Berkshire Hathaway is here to help you. Hi, I'm Tom Moreau from Berkshire Hathaway. Our experienced agents are here to help you.
Hi, this is Bonnie Houck of Berkshire Hathaway. Are you in need of selling your home in this challenging market? For all your real estate needs, along with 25 years of honesty and integrity, please call me at 724-422-1960.
The face of integrity, passion, and experience, Berkshire Hathaway, 200 South 7th Street, or visit us online at thepreferredrealty.com.
Whether your goals include college education funding, retirement planning, generating income, or reducing taxes, at Crimson Wealth Management Group, we've got you covered. We make it easy for you to make the right decisions by offering you access to a comprehensive array of investment products and wealth management strategies under one roof. One stop for all your financial needs. Crimson Wealth Management Group is committed to helping you pursue your goals, whatever they may be. Stop in and speak with me, Doug Steve, today. You'll be glad you did. Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Don't miss the biggest floor sample sale Dowd's Furniture has had in years. We're cleaning out all the shelves and filling both stores with over $4 million of inventory available for immediate delivery. Sofas, recliners, sectionals, bedroom and dining room furniture, plus lamps, pictures, and accessories, all available now. Hurry in and don't miss out at Dowd's of Plumville and Greensburg.
Doesn't your home deserve Dowd's?
Happiness is Friday Night Lights. Happiness is also when InFirst Rewards Checking gives customers money back when they use their card on all those fantastic things in life, such as getting ice cream, family vacations, going to sporting events, and trips to the amusement park. But do you know what truly makes InFirst happy? It's seeing Indiana student athletes shine in the community. Good luck, Indiana High, from the team at InFirst Bank. InFirst Bank, member FDIC.
InFirst Bank, here for you since 1922.
Football fans across the county, did you know
Citizens Ambulance Service has been providing our community with professional emergency medical services for 59 years.
Citizens 1,000 square mile service.
Fire departments and individuals to your door as quickly as possible.
Citizens has responded to 5,400 emergency calls so far this year.
The Citizens Ambulance Board of Directors thanks you and reminds you that community support makes it work.
You've been listening to the ITT Halftime Show, presented by Indiana Total Therapy, world-class rehabilitation. Learn more online at indianatotaltherapy.com.
And welcome back inside the S&T Bank broadcast booth here at Andy Kisneski Field. We want to remind you that with the 37 points scored in the first half, more points means more for the Teddy Bear Fund Drive from Grand Beginnings, teaching children to shine since 1991. Grand Beginnings Children's Center East and West locations for children and students of all Indiana County local school districts. At Grand Beginnings Children's Center, the focus is on education, inclusion, and safety for children's ages 6 weeks to age 12. Grand Beginnings Children's Center, teaching children to shine. And we also want to thank our good friends at Citizens Ambulance Service for their sponsor of the Citizens Ambulance Red Zone. Did you know that Citizens Ambulance has responded to 5,400 emergency calls so far this year? That's roughly $25 per day. Community support makes it work. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have a chance to be a member of Citizens Ambulance, please do so. The work that they do for our community is invaluable, and we couldn't do it without them. So please consider supporting Citizens Ambulance Service. All right. I want to give a shout out to my friend Mike Woods. Mike Woods was a stellar wide receiver here in Indiana. He had many records, went on to play at IUP, and is a member of the IUP Sports Hall of Fame for the 1993 national runner-up team. He's listening to the broadcast in Abbottstown, Pennsylvania, supporting the Little Indians. Good to hear from you tonight, Mike. All right, so the clock is at 0. Neither team is on the field. When they get up here, they'll reset it for the 3-minute stretch period. So as we go along, we also want to thank our friends at Anderson's Heating and Air Conditioning of Indiana. They provided our game time temperature. Let's take a look and see what it's at now. It was 76 at kickoff, and there's a nice breeze for sure. But it's 76 degrees still here on a beautiful night at Kisneski Field. All right, we will be back with more. Let's take a quick break here, and we'll be back. You're listening to AM 1450 WDAD, FM 100.3, and you're watching on Renda Digital TV, brought to you by the Bowser Minnick Funeral Home and Beyond the Sunset Pet Crematory.
Sports are fun.
Garrett, let's
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
Introducing the new Colonial Advantage.
This is Tony Satil, candidate for Magisterial District Judge in Indiana. In football and in all sports, coaches love experienced players in the lineup. It's what sets winners apart. With nearly 33 years as a practicing attorney and the last 3 years as a prosecutor, I have that type of experience. I've also been dedicated to serving our community and our young people for many years. I have the experience our next district judge needs, and I ask for your vote.
Introducing the new Colonial Advantage at Colonial Auto Group. Our complimentary program with every new and used vehicle. 1 year of no-charge maintenance, meaning you can enjoy your new vehicle and let us take care of the rest. Plus, a lifetime warranty. That's a $2,500 value. The Colonial Advantage program is our way of giving you peace of mind with every Colonial vehicle purchase. Colonial Auto Group, home of the Colonial Advantage. Visit shopcolonialcars.com.
Whether your goals include college education funding, retirement planning, generating income, or reducing taxes, at Crimson Wealth Management Group, we've got you covered. We make it easy for you to make the right decisions by offering you access to a comprehensive array of investment products and wealth management strategies under one roof. One stop for all your financial needs. Crimson Wealth Management Group is committed to helping you pursue your goals, whatever they may be. Stop in and speak with me, Doug Steve, today. You'll be glad you did. Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Hello, this is attorney Patrick Doherty. In sports, teamwork is important. That's why I'm pleased to announce the addition of attorney Amy Doherty to my team. Whether it's criminal law, divorce, child custody, child support, wills and estates, or buying and selling a home, our team is here for you. Visit us at 737 Water Street in downtown Indiana to discuss how our team can work for you. Good luck this season from the Law Office of Patrick Doherty.
Miss the biggest floor sample sale Dowd's Furniture has had in years. We're cleaning out all the shelves and filling both stores with over $4 million of inventory available for immediate delivery. Sofas, recliners, sectionals, bedroom and dining room furniture, plus lamps, pictures, and accessories, all available now. Hurry in and don't miss out at Dowd's of Plumville and Greensburg.
Doesn't your home deserve Dowd's?
This is Jay
and Shannon
from Hutton Blues Insurance. We pride ourselves on building strong personal relationships with our clients.
We are an independent agency offering you the best coverage at the best rate. When you buy insurance, whether it's for your home, car, business, or life, you want an advocate working in your best interests. And that's Hutton Blues Insurance, Route 119 North, just outside of Indiana.
We're also honored to have been voted in the top 2 insurance companies in the 23-24 Best of Indiana County contest.
Thank you, Indiana County.
Athletic contests involve strength, determination, and perseverance. The team at Beyond the Sunset Pet Crematory in Indiana understands the importance of those qualities and is proud to be a presenting sponsor of all the Lil Indians video broadcasts this year. The team at Beyond the Sunset can guide your family in creating a meaningful ceremony to honor the life and memory of a beloved pet. When you need help with this celebration, you can find them online at beyondthesunsetpets.com, helping families and friends honor their love.
Milk every moment.
T-Bank broadcast booth here at Andy Kosneski Field. The teams are back on the field. Indiana is starting the stretch. Shady Side Academy has now come onto the field. And they're going to start the 3-minute stretch period. Let's go down to Doug Steve. Doug, how's Indiana? What are you hearing coming out of the locker room?
Well, you know what? They had the momentum as they went off at the halftime, but, you know, these extra couple minutes of probably about 5 extra minutes they had to stay in the locker room. We'll see how it is. Both teams are going to come out and stretch. Indiana's already stretching, and Shady Side is just coming back on the field. But you know what? And that's the thing. High school football, their half times are a lot longer, and it does. I mean, you can lose momentum easily in that time frame. So hopefully, Indiana, the coaches did their jobs at halftime to get the players staying focused and keeping that motivation intact.
Yeah, it's so important, you know, to just like we talked about, that first drive coming out, Indiana's going to have to do a good job of trying to force this offense to a 3-and-out, get the ball back, put it in Trevor Smith and Levi Porter's hands. All right, so as the teams continue to stretch, our score here is Indiana leads 23, Shady Side has 14. Really a one-sided half, as we talked about earlier. First Commonwealth Bank quick stats. Indiana has 278 total yards of offense, and Shady Side only has 43 total yards of offense. But Shady Side was able to capitalize on 2 big plays. They stripped the ball and returned it for about a 90-yard touchdown. And then after Indiana matched that score, they returned the ensuing kickoff about 94 yards for a touchdown. So Shady Side Academy has 2 touchdowns in excess of 90 yards and didn't run an offensive play. So it's just craziness, the amount of lopsidedness that this team has tonight. But it's only an 11-point game. Or, I'm sorry, a 9-point game. So there's a lot that has to happen here. Shady Side, as I said, they came back from a big deficit last week against North Catholic. Can they do it again? Let's see what Indiana has to say about that. So the teams are finishing up their stretches with about 35 seconds left on the clock. They're each going to go to their sideline, and then we're going to have the second half kickoff. I'd like to remind you that all of our kickoffs are brought to you by Grand Beginnings Children's Center. Grand Beginnings Children's Center Points for Kids campaign. Through 2 weeks, the Teddy Bear Fund Drive total is up to $378. Well, we've added to that tonight here at Andy Kosneski Field with your score, Indiana 23 and Shady Side 14. Thank you to Grand Beginning. Grand Beginnings Children's Center's East and West locations for children and students of all Indiana County local school districts. At Grand Beginnings Children's Center, the focus is on education, inclusion, and safety for children ages 6 to 12, 6 weeks to 12 years. All right, Indiana's taking the field. Tristan Redinger will tee up the ball at the 40-yard line to kick it off. Shady Side is in their all-white uniforms. Indiana's wearing their red tops and their black pants tonight with their black helmets with the I logo. Shady Side Academy is in all-white with a blue helmet. And we're getting ready for second half football.
Come on, Red.
Redinger tees the ball. And it's a squib kick, and it's short. And it's at the 15. And good tackle right at the 25-yard line. Durham on the return for Shady Side, but only got about 10 yards. Shady Side starts 1st and 10 on their own 25-yard line.
Nice job by Tyler Reifendeifer on kickoff coverage.
Yeah, Tyler Reifendeifer, he's a sophomore. He's done a really nice job so far. You know, I talked to Coach Mike Weaver last week after the game, and he was really impressed by Reifendeifer and what he's done as a sophomore. Devin Harris comes out for Shady Side. He's got 2 men to his right, 2 to the left. Handoff up the middle. That's really the first time Shady Side's tried to run the football, and they look like they picked up about 5 yards there, Doug.
Yes, they did, and they went right up the middle. I believe Ben Cochran was on the tackle there at the bottom.
They didn't have many opportunities in the first half, but they really didn't try to run it. They're going to give him 6, so that'll put the ball at the 31-yard line.
You know, I thought Harris would be more mobile, hurt you with his feet, but not as much.
Harris hands the ball off, and he's brought down. I can't see the number on the running back, Doug. Is it who?
14.
14. Okay, Eddie DeBruce. So that's going to be a loss. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 6 now.
I'm sure Ben Cochran will get the tackle on that one, even though he was helped out by the slippage on the turf.
Well, we'll take it any way we can. Big play here now on 3rd and 6. Harris in the gun, man in motion. And they're going to roll him out, and they're going to give it out into the flat. And that's going to be a complete pass. It's going to be enough for the first down. That was to Charlie Johnson, number 22, and it is enough for an in-first bank first down for Shady Side. So all they did there was they put Harris out on the quick sprint, hit the man in motion. Okay, Charlie Johnson for the first down. Ball sits at the 36. Harris is in the gun. He's flanked by 1 man, 2 receivers to the right, a wing, and 2 to the left. Handoff up the middle. And they push the pile. It's going to be about a gain of 3 yards.
And you're right, Doc. This is the first time that Shady Side Academy's had a drive where they could try to establish a run all night.
I think it's their first, other than the 2-minute drill where they had 1 or 2 first downs in the hurry. This is the first real drive where they've gotten a first down.
Yep.
So it looks like they gave him 2 yards. And that ball sits right at the 37-yard line. Harris. Hard count, try to get Indiana to jump. He's got 2 receivers to his right, a wing and a receiver to his left, and a sidecar with him in the backfield. He calls out the signals. Short motion, they're going to run the ball. And he's wrapped up. Eddie DeBruce on the carry. Looked like a good job by Indiana's linebackers there. Levi Porter's in there, and you can see it on the Renda digital replay.
Tell you what, that handoff was almost fumbled. It was not a great handoff there.
We'll have to keep an eye on that. So we've got a 3rd down and 6. Ball sits right at the 40-yard line. There's 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Harris in the gun with a sidecar. He's back to pass. He's got pressure in his face, and he slings the ball, and it looks like it was incomplete. Dropped. Boy, he kind of threw that sidearm, it looked like, Doug, and tried to fire it in there.
He tried to thread the needle, and he almost got it in there, but a nice defensive play by 2 Indiana defenders.
Yeah, he missed the rush and then tried to sling it in there, but it was incomplete, so that's going to bring up 4th and 6. And Heron Zarakat is on to punt for Shady Side. Levi Porter stands at his own 20-yard line. The snap to Zarakat's a little bit high. Good catch, good kick. Ball's into the lights. And it hits and takes an Indiana roll back to the 30 to the 31-yard line. So let's take a quick 30-second break, and we'll be back on AM 1450, WDAD, and FM 100.3, and Renda Digital TV.
Sports are fun.
Athletic contests involve strength, determination, and perseverance. The team at Beyond the Sunset Pet Crematory in Indiana understands the importance of those qualities and is proud to be a presenting sponsor of all the Lil Indians video broadcasts this year. The team at Beyond the Sunset can guide your family in creating a meaningful ceremony to honor the life and memory of a beloved pet. When you need help with this celebration, you can find them online at beyondthesunsetpets.com, helping families and friends honor their life.
Field handoff to Levi Porter, and he's brought down for about a loss of 1 yard. So that'll bring up 2nd and 11, ball beyond the Indiana 30. There is 8 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Indiana leads 23-14. Pribish checks out. Cosentino's in. You're going to have James Mills spread to the left with Levi Porter. And to the right, you have Evan Brocious and Rocco Cosentino.
And again, Indiana very deliberate here offensively, waiting for the play clock to run down as far as it can.
Kowchuk's in motion to bring trips into the boundary. Smith back to pass. He looks, and he fires. That ball is tipped up and incomplete. He was trying to get the ball into James Mill on a slant and just wasn't able to do it. That was broken up by number 23 for Shady Side.
I think that pass was just a tad behind the Indiana receiver.
All right, so it's 3rd and 11. Ball's on the 30. That stops the clock with 7:36 to go. Indiana breaks their formation. You've got Mill and Kowchuk to the left, 2 backs in the backfield, and Evan Brocious to the right. Smith is flanked on each side by backs. Porter, Cosentino goes in motion out of the backfield. Smith calls the snap. He gets it. He gives the swing pass to Levi Porter. Levi Porter's at the 30, makes one miss. Oh, he gets popped right at the 31, and he falls forward to the 34. He got popped right in the mouth. That was a good tackle. So
that was an impressive defensive stance that time by Shady Side Academy. They're best of the night for defensively.
Yeah, this is only the second time Indiana's going to have to punt. Kowchuk's back to punt. Snap is good. He gets the punt off. It's a low line drive punt. It's going to be fielded at the 30. Oh, and they got room, Doug. They've got room. He's over the 40 to the 45. So Eddie DeBruce with a good punt return for Shady Side. That was a low kick. Didn't really give Indiana much time to get out under it. But it's going to bring up a 1st down. Is there a flag on the play, Doug?
I didn't see any.
Shady Side's moving back.
Yeah, there is a flag right down at the 42-yard line, right near their bench.
Okay, so that's going to back Shady Side up, so that'll negate a good return. So Shady Side.
Yeah, should take it back to the 32. Yep, 32-yard line.
All right, so it's 6:47 to go in the third quarter. Indiana leads 23-14 over Shady Side. They're going to have Shady Side will have the ball 1st and 10, all the way back at their 32-yard line. That penalty negated a good return. All right, Shady Side's got 2 men to the right, 2 to the left, a sidecar in the backfield, man in motion, short motion. Harris back to pass. He's looking to throw. He's under pressure. He's being chased. He's out of the pocket. Picks up a block. Good job by Evan Brocious to come up and make the tackle. Really nice job.
Tell you what, again, as you said, great job by him, but also a great pursuit by the Indiana defense as Harris came from one side of the field to the other, and Indiana was able to contain him.
Doug, do you remember a guy named Harris that ran all over the field and chucked it for a game winner many, many years ago?
I was in 10th grade that year, and yes, I do remember it. I was in the student section across from where you are, and Major Harris threw the ball 72 yards in the air for a touchdown.
All right, Shady Side Academy has the ball. 2 receivers out to the right, short man in motion. Harris in the pistol. He fakes, and he slings it. First down. That's going to be an in-first bank first down for Shady Side. That's completed to Nate Mallory. So Shady Side's got something going here now. The ball sits right at the 49-yard line, 1st and 10. The clock is rolling. It's 5:33. Indiana leads 23-14 here in the third quarter from Kosneski Field in the S&T Bank broadcast booth. People forward banking. Harris in the pistol. He's back to pass. Good pressure. He's trying to throw the ball downfield, and nobody's home. Well overthrown by about 10 yards. Trevor Smith was the closest guy in the safety trying to make that play. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 10 now. Ball rests just on the Shady side of the field at the 49-yard line.
Again, Indiana's defense's secondary doing a nice job keeping everything underneath them, not getting anything over the top.
Absolutely. And there's a direct snap. It looks like Teddy DeBruce. DeBruce, he's out. He breaks free from, and Kowchuk slings him down. Out of bounds, no penalty flag. But he is out of bounds. They did a direct snap there to Eddie DeBruce. It's going to bring up a 3rd down, though. Or no, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's going to be 3rd down and 7. Ball will sit right at the 48-yard line inside Indiana territory.
I would not be surprised that this is 4-down territory for Shady Side.
Yeah, I would agree with you, Doug. Shady Side breaks their huddle. They come out. Harris is back in the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers to his right, 2 to his left, and a sidecar. Harris back to pass. He looks. Ball's overshot. James Mill on the coverage. That's going to bring up a 4th down and 7 at the 48-yard line.
They are going to punt.
Yeah, they're going to run their punt team on. You know, Doug, it's only a 9-point game with 5 minutes to go, so you might want to play field position. Maybe something happens. Indiana turns the ball over. Something gives you field position, especially after the way their defense played that last series.
Yep, exactly right. And you also have to watch here for a fake if you're Indiana.
Yeah, and Zercott's got a good leg, though, so we'll see. And they just get the punt off. Porter gets away from it. Get away from it, and it rolls, and it's going to pin Indiana deep.
They're going to get a flag right in. I believe it's going to be against Indiana. It might be a blindside block. We'll see.
Well, the ball rolled dead right at about the 4-yard line. So, worst case scenario, it's a 2-yard penalty.
Yes.
But that's truly not what you want.
Interference against Indiana. I don't know how he gave the interference call. It may have been a block in the back.
Yeah, that could be a block in the back. He may have just given the wrong signal. All right, we're at 4 minutes and 54 seconds in the third quarter. Indiana leads 23-14. They're going to have the ball at the 2-yard line coming out after that penalty. Indiana try to get the running game here and sustain a drive, especially backed up. You're looking just to get some field position here now. Trevor Smith's going to go under center, and they're just going to sneak the ball and get him and push, and his legs are turning. Oh, boy, Trevor almost broke it. He got out over the 12-yard line. And that's going to be good for an Indiana first down. Our first down is brought to you by In First Bank.
Trevor right over Ben Cochran. Ben, lead me to the first down, and they did.
That ball's all the way out to the 13-yard line. Good job by the Indians to try to get some field position. Again, they got to lean on this offensive line and just ground this football. Give the ball to Porter. You can see they're watching the play clock. The clock is rolling, 4:13. Play clock's down to 12. Indiana gets set. They have one receiver wide. Pribish is in the backfield. Handoff to Porter up the middle. Porter, he's got one. He's grinding out of the yard line.
So they're watching Levi Porter running from field level. He just bounces off guys on initial contact. They can't tackle him at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and they're going to set that ball right at the 21-yard line. It's going to be a 2nd and 2. If I'm Indiana, I do not do much other than try to run this ball right down Shady Side's throat. Griffin Prebish is in as a wing. Smith in the shotgun, flanked by Porter. He's got two receivers, one receiver each way, and Kowchuk's at tight end, a true tight end on the offensive line. Smith, handoff to Porter. Porter's out over the 20, over to 25, and pushes the pile out to the 27-yard line. Number 7's helmet came off for Shady Side. That's Vito Baravecchia. He's going to have to come out for a play. But that's an in First Bank first down. Check out In First Bank. Rewards checking today. In First Bank. Member FDIC. All right, big first down for Indiana as that clock continues to roll. It's under 2 minutes and 48 seconds here in the third quarter. The third quarter is brought to you by Friends of Shireen Hess. Ball sits right at the 27-yard line. Smith, he's in the shotgun. He's got two receivers to his right. A sidecar. Man in motion is Brocious. Handoff up the middle to Pribish. Pribish breaks out. He gains about 7 yards. Griffin Pribish with a nice carry.
Again, just power football right now for Indiana. The running game behind that offensive line, it's been working all night.
And I'm really surprised that Shady Side hasn't brought more guys down into the box to try to stop this Indiana running game.
Well, if you look at it, they're not that big up front, so you'd think they'd be able. They should do that, Doc. You're right.
All right, Indiana's in a tight doubles formation. They have one guy in the backfield. Smith with the hard count tried to get Shady Side to jump. Nothing doing. He looks over to the sideline. Snap, handoff to Porter. Porter's got the edge. He's got to the 40. He's over the 45. He's to the 50. Almost to the 45-yard line. He's run out of bounds right at the 47. That's good for an In First Bank. First down. In First Bank. Check out the rewards checking. Indiana's got the ball moving now, Doug. 1st and 10.
Yes, they do. And again, power football. That's what they have to continue to do. You know what? If they don't pass the ball the rest of the night, that's a good sign for Indiana.
Coach Wright is talking to the referee on the sideline. I'm not sure what that's all about. Indiana's taking their time. The clock is stopped because the runner went out of bounds. So you've got Kowchuk and Porter to the left, and you've got Brocious and Mill to the right. Cosentino in the backfield, Brocious in motion. Handoff to Cosentino up the middle. He's stopped right at the 45, but he keeps the legs churning. And he gets to about the 45-yard line.
And you said about the Coach Wright talking to the official. I think the official was talking to Coach Wright and said, hey, you can't go that far onto the field. Just stay back a little.
All right. So Indiana's got a good drive here. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 8. The ball is right at the 45. Indiana's going to have James Mill and Levi Porter to the right. Cosentino in the backfield. Anthony Kowchuk's lined up as a tight end right on the line. Smith calls the signals. Man in motion is Brocious. Brocious fake handoff. Smith keeps it. He's out over to about the 41-yard line.
Flag.
There's a flag on the play.
He's going to be holding.
Yeah, there haven't been too many penalties called on Indiana tonight. That's gonna hurt them though. That's gonna back them up and take them off schedule.
Yeah, and you have 36 seconds left in the third quarter. So Indiana, if they keep it on the ground, it would be the last. Or now they're starting. Well, they have 25-second clock on the dead ball.
Yeah.
So probably one more play left in this third quarter.
So the ball's going to be taken back all the way back to the Indiana 45. So that's going to make it 2nd and 18 now. 2 backs in the backfield, Cosentino and Porter. Man in motion is Mill. Smith back to pass. He flings one out. He's got Levi Porter wide open. He's at the 40. He's at the 35. He's at the 30, down to the 25-yard line. Now they're going to mark him out at the 27-yard line, but that's good for an in-first bank. First down. Big play by Indiana. Trevor Smith got it out to Levi, and you can see it on the replay. He had nothing but green grass in front of him. Vito Del Vecchio saved the touchdown for the Bulldogs, and that's going to be the end of the third quarter. That third quarter was brought to you by the Friends of Shireen Hess. You're listening to an IRMC High School Football Sports Night on WDAD 1450, FM 100.3, and Renda Digital TV, brought to you by the Bowser-Minnick Funeral Home and Beyond the Sunset Pet Crematory.
Luxembourg's Jewelers, a proud supporter of all the area athletes, would like to wish the best of luck to all the Heritage Conference schools and, of course, the Indiana Little Indians this season. With 2 convenient locations, Luxembourg's Jewelers is the winning choice for gifts of any occasion. Show your school pride with gifts ranging from beautifully logoed coffee mugs, keychains, money clips, water bottles, and more. From the Indiana Mall to downtown Indiana, Hip, Jeff, and the Luxembourg's team wishes everyone an MVP season. Luxembourg's Jewelers is Indiana's jeweler.
Renda Digital TV is Indiana County's leading live stream service. Our team of dedicated producers and on-air personalities work hard to bring you network-level event and sports coverage to your fingertips. And if you can't make it, every live stream is archived, so you never miss a minute. And for you IUP football fans, Renda Digital TV is the exclusive home of Hawk Talk, airing every Monday during the season. Subscribe to Renda Digital TV for free today.
All right, and we're back here at the S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank, people first, people forward banking. Indiana has the ball with a lead, 23-14. They have it 1st and 10 on the 32-yard line. They're driving. We want to send out our well wishes to Todd Rabel, who he and his family relocated to North Carolina. Todd, for many years, was our spotter up here in the booth, and I know Pat Snyder misses him. So good that you're listening, Todd. All right, Trevor Smith has Evan Brocious in motion. Handoff. And Cosentino gets wrapped up, and that's going to be a loss of about 2 yards. So they bring up 2nd and 12.
Indiana doing a great job of ball control again, Pat. They took over that 4:54 the third quarter. They ran out the third quarter, and now they have still grinding it out here to begin the fourth quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, we can't stress enough, they're keeping the ball out of Shady Side's offense hands. Be nice if they can pick up a few first downs. They're on the edge, almost to the Citizens Ambulance red zone. Citizens Ambulance, community support makes it work. Trevor Smith has 2 men to his left. He's got Cosentino and Porter in the backfield, and Brocious out to the right. Smith calls the signals. Looks to the sideline.
Yeah, they did not reset the 40-second clock. There was a problem, and now the ref's going to start. When they put 40 on, it should have been down to inside of 10.
Yeah, and they caught that. In Indiana, they were smart. They weren't in any hurry to snap that football.
And that's where you have a veteran like Trevor Smith, a coach's son. He knows exactly what to do in those situations.
Absolutely, absolutely. We want to wish Trevor's dad and all the Crimson Hawks good luck tomorrow as they take on East Stroudsburg at 4 o'clock. You can hear that right here on our sister station, U92. Join myself and Jack Benedict and Jake Slobodnik for that call tomorrow afternoon from Miller Stadium and Signetti Field.
Well, Grandpa's in his 55th year now, isn't he there, Pat?
55th year, and he could still run circles around you and me. All right, so here they go. They got the clock fixed. It's 10:52 and rolling. Smith has a sidecar to his right. Single receiver each side, 2 wings. Kowchuk in motion. Snap, gets the ball out to Porter hits the hole. He's out over the 20. He makes a man miss. He's still on his feet. And he's down inside the 10-yard line. Levi Porter with the in-first bank first down. And he's taken the Little Indians into the Citizens Ambulance red zone. Citizens Ambulance. Did you know a Citizens membership is less than $7 per month? Becoming a member is easy. Stay tuned for more details on how to become a member. Community support makes it work. Indiana first and goal now from the 9-yard line.
Again, Levi Porter just bounces off defenders.
You know, Doug, he's put on a tremendous effort here through 3 quarters tonight. Indiana comes out. Smith's got a receiver. Handoff up the middle to Porter. He makes a cut. He turns his feet. Is that touchdown number 4? Yes, it is. Levi Porter. 4 touchdowns tonight against Shady Side Academy. And we still have 9 minutes and 46 seconds to go here at Kazneski Field. Tristan Redinger on to attempt the extra point. Boy, the offensive line, Doug, they've been tremendous tonight. I don't know,
all night
Coach
long they've been
for
doing
2. They run Redinger off. They're going to go for 2 here, Doug.
Yeah,
they try to get to 31 points, make this a 15. What it'll be? 17 point lead if they get this. That's why you're the financial guy and I'm the legal guy. Doug, you do the math. I'll make sure it's all legal.
Yes. Just put dollar signs in front of it, Pat. It's easier.
There you go. Oh, what do we got?
Looks like procedure against Indiana.
That's not going to make Coach Wright happy.
No. They
Offsides.
called it on the nose guard, offsides.
Tremendous. That'll put the ball all the way down to what, the 1 yard line, 1.5?
1.5. Or illegal substitution.
Oh, they had too many guys on the field.
They had 12 guys. One's just running off behind their bench now. They had 12 guys on the field.
Well, that's one way to try to stop Levi Porter. Indiana's got Evan Brocious spread out to the left. Tight formation. Smith up under center, and they just push him in. And it's good for the 2-point conversion. Trevor Smith on the 2-point conversion. That brings your score. Indiana 31. Shady Side Academy 14 with 9:46 to go in the 4th quarter. The 4th quarter is brought to you by Diamond Pharmacy and Medical Supply. You're listening to Indiana IRMC High School Sports Night, Indiana football on WDAD 1450, FM 100.3, and Renda Digital TV. Brought to you by the Bowser Minnick Funeral Home and Beyond the Sunset Pet Crematory.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
Honor one. The 4th quarter of today's game is brought to you by The Locker Room, Diamond Medical Supply on Oakland Avenue in Indiana. Official supplier for sports teams' medical supplies.
And Redinger tees the ball up, and he kicks it. And it's caught at the 15-yard line. And there's a shot up the middle. And Durham out over the 40-yard line. That's going to bring it down at the 44-yard line. So Shady Side's going to have good field position right at the 44-yard, at their own 44-yard line. They'll come out 1st and 10. We've got 9 minutes and 39 seconds to play in this game. Indiana leads 31-14 over Shady Side Academy.
And this is where you know Shady Side's probably going to go to the pass all downs right now unless it's a scramble.
They have an empty backfield. Harris in the shotgun, man in motion. And he fakes. He's back to pass. He gets flushed, and he's under duress. Oh, and it's dropped. It was dropped by number 8. That is Carter Bonner. Carter Bonner with the drop. So that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Boy, good pressure by the Indiana front there. As you can see on the Renda Digital replay, Harris got hit right as he let go of the ball.
Again, Indiana, the defensive backs just have to keep the ball in front of them.
Shady Side has 2 men to the right, 2 men wide to the left. Harris back to pass. He looks to swing it. And it's batted down into the air by number 58, and that is John Wyant. John Wyant with the batted pass. That's going to bring up 3rd down. You can see it on the Renda Digital replay. Harris tried to hit the swing pass to the back out of the backfield. Nothing doing. John Wyant with the block. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 10. Three men to the left, 1 to the right. Fakes the handoff, slip screen. They go to Bonner. Bonner is tackled down by Anthony Kowchuk, but that's going to be good for a 1st down. Our 1st downs are brought to you by InFirst Bank. Check out InFirst Bank rewards checking today. InFirst Bank, member FDIC.
Hurry up offense now for Shady Side.
Yeah, they're going to have to, as the ball sits right at the 45 of Indiana. Harris in the gun. He's got 3 men to the left, 1 to the right. He's back to pass. He looks over the middle. He's taking a deep shot. He's going for Mallory, and Mallory caught the ball. No? Incomplete. They said he's out of bounds. Doug, could you see that from where you were? Did he drop it, or was he out of bounds?
I think he dropped the ball before as he was going out of bounds there, so it was an incomplete pass.
Okay. 2nd and 10 on the 45-yard line. Shady Side is moving left to right here at Kisneski Field, going away from the scoreboard. Harris in the huddle. He calls the offense. They have 20 seconds on the play clock. Mallory is wide to the left. Bonner is in the slot down at the right. He's got a sidecar. Man in motion. Harris sprints to the left. He turns his shoulders. He throws. He finds an open man. Good tackle there by Indiana, but he's down to about the 31-yard line. And that ball was completed to Jashawn Lewis. Jashawn Lewis is a freshman, 6'1", 186 pounds. And they're going to keep moving here now. It's 3rd down. I don't know. What is it, Doug? 1st and 10.
1st and 10.
And they hand off up the middle. And they got running room. And that's going to be Eddie DeBruce. Eddie DeBruce gains about 9 yards.
I know Coach Wright is looking at the clock, and he's like, come on, can you run faster?
So that'll bring up 2nd and 1. Ball's at the 23-yard line. Shady Side for the first time is in the Citizens Ambulance red zone. Good grief. All right, here we go. Harris in the gun. He's back to pass. He looks. He pumps. He's got it. It's complete.
No,
incomplete drop by number 5, Lewis. And Lewis is John with Anthony Kowchuk. Jashawn Lewis on the incomplete pass. And he turned around and had something to say to Anthony Kowchuk. But that's going to, what do we got? 3rd down and 1 now. Ball's resting at the 23-yard line. They are in the Citizens Ambulance red zone. Citizens partners with local fire departments and individuals to have medically trained professions at your door as quickly as possible. Harris in the gun. He's got 3 to the receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Sidecar in the backfield. Ball is snapped. Handoff up the middle. And Indiana stuffed it, but is it going to be enough? They didn't need a whole lot.
Great job by Reifendiefer.
Tyler Reifendiefer came up and stuffed it. They didn't move the sticks, and now they did. Okay. It's going to be 1st and 10. Ball sitting right at about, the 20... Ball's at about the 21-yard line. They go hurry. Harris back to pass. He looks. He's flushed. He moves to the left. He throws the ball. Incomplete. Good defense by Indiana.
Levi Porter almost had the interception for Indiana. I would have capped the night of his life right there.
I'll tell you, you can see it here on the Renda Digital replay. Harris rolls to his left, tries to throw it in. Good defense there by Anthony Kowchuk to break that up as well. 2nd and 10. Ball's going to be on the 21-yard line. here we go. Harris is in the backfield. He's flanked by DeBruce. He backed a pass. Quick. Gets it out. And that's going to be a first down for Shady Side Academy. This is clearly their best drive of the night, Doug.
Yes, it is. But, Indiana's giving up a little, almost in a semi-prevent defense, letting the underneath stuff go, knowing that Shady Side has to score 3 times.
Yeah, and the ball is going to be just inside the 10-yard line. Harris in the gun. He's got 2 receivers to his left, 2 to the right, and he sprints right. He rolls. Ball is dropped. Ball is dropped. That was intended for Carter Bonner. So that's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. The ball is on the 9-yard line. The clock is at 6:49. Indiana leads 31-14 over Shady Side Academy. 2nd down. Harris has an empty backfield. He's got 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. He's back. He rolls right, and the ball is incomplete, intended for number 22. And number 22 is Charlie Johnson. They ran that sprint earlier, that little quick sprint, and they picked up a first down on that. They tried to go back to it to no avail. It's going to be 3rd down and goal now on the 9-yard line.
I tell you what, though, if that pass was on target, that would have been a touchdown because the Indiana defenders were late getting over on that flat.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, Doug.
Yes,
All
it
right.
is.
Harris, he deploys 3 men to the right. He's got DeBruce in the backfield, 1 man to the left. Man in motion, fake, slant, touchdown, Shady Side Academy. All they did was ran a quick slant, and they were able to get it. Carter Bonner gets inside position, and it was really a nice throw. As you can see here, probably one of Harris's best throws of the night. There was nothing fancy to it. It was a timing throw, and they just went, and that's a pretty good drive by Shady Side. Zurakat is on to attempt the extra point. Ball snap, hold is down. Kick is up. Kick is good by Haram Zurakat. So that makes our score, Indiana 31, Shady Side Academy 21, with 6:41 to go here in the 4th quarter from Kisneski Field. You're listening to an IRMC High School Sports Night on WDAD 1450, 100.3 FM, and Renda Digital TV, brought to you by the Bowser-Minnick Funeral Home and Beyond the Sunset Pet Crematory. We'll be back after this.
To experience luxury with your next vehicle? Then look no further than Luther Lincoln. From the full-size Lincoln Navigator to the mid-size Lincoln Aviator.
Live at Andy Kisneski Field. Shady Side Academy looks to be attempting an onside kick. Indiana's got their hands team up. Zurakat lines it up, and they're going to come right out of this huddle formation, and they just kick it. Indiana recovers it and falls to the ground. I believe that's Anthony Kowchuk.
Yes, Kowchuk.
He received the ball right at the 45-yard line and took a pop, but Indiana has possession now, as you can see on the replay.
James Mill, yeah, it was James Mill,
Was
not
it?
Kowchuk.
Okay, Kowchuk got oh no, Kowchuk was out on the edge. I saw the 3. Good job by James Mill. Boy, James Mill is sure-handed. Yeah, it must be like his dad and his Uncle Mark. So Indiana's got the ball 1st and 10 on their own 45-yard line. They have a 10-point lead, 31-21, 6:38 to play. Smith hands the ball off to Porter. Porter's got the edge. He drives. Boy, breaks a tackle, and boy, what a run by Levi Porter. Man, he got wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage, Doug, and was able to get about 5 yards.
The other thing right there is they kept the clock moving, even though he got pushed out of bounds. They said forward progress was stopped.
And he ends up picking up 6 out to the Shady Side Academy 49-yard line. Indiana's going to milk this play clock for everything it's got. All right, so Trevor Smith has a receiver, James Mill, to his right, his left, and Evan Brocious to his right. Kowchuk's lined up as a tight end, Griffin Pribish as a wing, and he's got Levi Porter as a sidecar. The play clock's down under 9. Game clock's under 5:45. Hand off to Porter. Porter runs. He slices. Picks up a first down for Indiana. And that first down is brought to you by InFirst Bank. Check out InFirst Bank's rewards checking today. Here's the replay on the Bowser Minnick Funeral Home video replay. Just a handoff, and you see how Levi just slices. He turns his shoulders and slices and dices. It's going to be a first down for Indiana. Ball rests at the 44-yard line. Trevor Smith is in no hurry. They've got Mill out to the left, Brocious to the right, Kowchuk at a tight end, Pribish at a wing. Porter is the sidecar next to Smith. Hands it off. Porter up the middle. He grinds, he churns, gets out to the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 4. That'll bring up a 2nd and 6. Boy, I don't think there's much of a secret right now, Doug, as to what Indiana wants to do.
I think I could even make the play calls right here, Doc. Just, a dose of Levi Porter, another dose of Levi Porter, and maybe Trevor Smith with a keeper, but I don't think you're going to see the ball in the air at all other than maybe tossing the ball to the official after the play.
Yes, that is true. All right, so Indiana comes out. They got their tight formation, 2 receivers tight on each side. Smith is in the gun. Porter is his sidecar to the right. Handoff up the middle, Levi. Levi dashes. He gets the ball out to the 36-yard line. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 2.
Play clock under 4 minutes, and this is a play right here. You either run a play or try to draw them off sides, but Indiana definitely has 2 downs to get up 1 yard.
Yes, absolutely. And they come out in a tight formation. They have their receivers tight. Porter and Smith in the backfield. They're working that clock. It's rolling under 3:35, 11 seconds on the play clock. Hand off to Porter up the middle. That's good for a first down. He's still on his feet. He's out over the 30-yard line. Inside the 30, he gets down to the 28-yard line. That's going to be good for an Indiana first down, brought to you by InFirst Bank. Check out InFirst Bank's rewards checking today. They are knocking on the door again, Doug, of the Citizens Ambulance Red Zone.
Yes, they are, and it's the Citizens Ambulance Red Zone. You got it right, Doc, but you know what? I don't think there's any doubt who our player of the game is tonight.
Yeah, it's me for having to call all these touchdowns by Levi Porter. Indiana's going to work that play clock. The clock is down to under 3 minutes to play. They've got 2 receivers wide to the right. Man in motion is Brocious. Brocious fakes the handoff. Smith gets it for about a gain of 1.
I think that Shady Side would start using timeouts, and yes, they are.
Yeah, they're going to call a timeout here. So we'll take a timeout with them. You're listening to an IRMC High School Sports Night. Indiana leads 31-21, 2 minutes and 33 seconds ago here on WDAD 1450 and FM 100.3 and Renda Digital TV. Brought to you by the Bowser Minnick Funeral Home and Beyond the Sunset Pret Crematory.
It's Brian from SeaWorld Satellites, your Dish Premier local retailer. Upgrade to Dish from DirecTV and get a $300 prepaid MasterCard. Just mention offer code DTV2DISH. Come in or call us today at 724-463-3200, extension 122 to learn more and make the switch to Dish. That's 724-463-3200, extension 122.
Offer ends 11/13/23. Eligibility requirements and restrictions apply. Call for full details.
Today's game is brought to you by The Locker Room at Diamond Medical Supply on Oakland Avenue in Indiana. Official supplier for sports teams' medical supplies.
And we're back inside the S&T Bank broadcast booth. I'm Pat Doherty with Doug Steve. We've got 2 minutes and 33 seconds to go. Indiana has a 10-point lead, and they're knocking on the door of the Citizens Ambulance Red Zone. Indiana comes out. They've got 1 wide receiver, James Mill. He's flanked out to the right. Evan Brocious is out to the left. Handoff up the middle. And there goes Levi Porter up the middle. He's inside the red zone. And he is down to the 15-yard line. He's a little bit slow getting up here, Doug. But
yeah,
I just think tired.
Yes, that too. And they got him by the ankle. when he hit the turf there, but you know what? I don't think Indiana, with 2 timeouts, they're going to be able to run this down. With Shady Side's 2 timeouts, they're going to be able to run this down pretty well, run out the clock.
Yeah, and that clock's still rolling. Indiana has that 10-point lead. They're not going to be in a hurry to do anything right here. They come out. Trevor Smith has Rocco Cosentino in the backfield. James Mill flanked out to the right. Evan Brocious and Levi Porter flanked out to the left. Smith calls the signals. He hands off ball off to Cosentino. Cosentino cuts it back. Good run by Rocco Cosentino. He is down to about the 7-yard line.
Shady Side's going to call their second timeout.
Shady Side timeout number 2. Let's take a quick timeout with you. We are listening to Indiana High School football on WDAD 1450 and Renda Digital TV, presented by Bowser Minnick Funeral Home and Beyond the Sunset Pet Crematory.
Milk every moment.
The fourth quarter of today's game is brought to you by The Locker Room at Diamond Medical Supply on Oakland Avenue in Indiana. Official supplier for sports teams' medical supplies.
And we're back in the S&T broadcast booth. What a night by Levi Porter. He's well over 200 yards. He's got 4 touchdowns tallied for the Little Indians. Just really lifted this team on their back. All right, so Indiana's got the ball. First and goal, second and goal on the 7-yard line. That's actually 2nd and 2 on the 7. Smith hands it off. Porter around the edge. Porter cuts, and he stays in bounds, gets the first down. Boy, we want to talk about a selfless play right there, Doug. That's a guy that knows the situation. He could have went and got his 5th touchdown of the night, but he slid down at about the 4-yard line.
Yes, and he knew he may have been able to get in, but if he didn't, it was going to be pushed out of bounds, so he just went down, and a team player right there, you can tell, and that's going to be our good the game here, and I'll talk to him and the coach here in less than a minute.
Yeah, absolutely, no doubt about that. What a great effort. And, we got to credit the offensive line. This group has done a great job tonight. Let's name them. You've got Colton Augustine. You've got Isaac Nygren. You've got Ben Cochran. You've got John Wyant and Carson Beatty. Trevor Smith's in the victory formation. The clock winds at 32 seconds. What a tremendous job by Indiana tonight to come out against a highly touted, highly offensive. Shady Side was ranked 5 in AAA, and Indiana took it to them from the opening whistle to the final whistle here tonight, Doug. That's going to do it for us as the teams line up. Your final score is going to be Indiana 31, Shady Side Academy 21. You've been listening to an IRMC High School Sports Night on WDAD 1450 and 100.3 FM and Renda Digital TV, brought to you by the Bowser Minnick Funeral Home and the Beyond the Sunset Pet Crematory. We'll be back after this with our post-game show.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
Don't miss the biggest floor sample sale Dowd's Furniture has had in years. We're cleaning out all the shelves and filling both stores with over $4 million of inventory available for immediate delivery. Sofas, recliners, sectionals, bedroom and dining room furniture, plus lamps, pictures, and accessories, all available now. Hurry in and don't miss out at Dowd's of Plumville and Greensburg.
Doesn't your home deserve Dowd's?
It's football season, and before you know it, Mother Nature will say time to turn off the AC and crank up the furnace. Have you had your furnace checked lately? If not, call Anderson's Heating and Air Conditioning in Indiana. They're this area's authorized trained dealer. Anderson's can give your furnace a full checkup to make sure it's ready for fall and winter. Don't wait. The game clock is ticking down for cooler temps. Call Anderson's at 724-465-8923. Anderson's Heating and Air Conditioning. PA license 677.
IRMC.
He had 4 TDs, 250 yards. Yeah. 250 total or on the ground? On the ground.
All right, and we're back here on WDAD 1450 and RMC Sports Night. Let's go down to Doug Steve and see if we can get Coach Wright.
We'll face this way.
Yeah.
Okay, I got him, Pat. I still have some athletic ability to get through that crowd, but Coach, great victory tonight, 31-21 over Shady Side Academy. Levi Porter, 4 touchdowns, and it shows you how selfless he was at the end there. He could have had another touchdown, but he wanted to stay in bounds instead of trying to go for a touchdown.
Most certainly. Yeah, and we have been coaching him to go down too, so we keep the clock moving. And in a situation where you want to bleed the clock and get our victory formation on the field, he's a smart kid for a sophomore.
Talk about the performance tonight. It seemed like the game plan was it offensively is to be methodical and use the play clock, and it seemed like Trevor did it to a T.
Yeah, Trevor was brilliant tonight and letting that clock go down. And not only him, but our offensive line for standing the hook up, keeping their composure, all right, and being able to focus on executing the play. Tip my cap to the offensive line. They were warriors tonight. We said the game rides on them tonight. Challenge them to step and bully these guys, and that's exactly what we did to them tonight. So,
not just the offensive line, but you also had your receivers and your slot guys blocking downfield. And when that happens, that's how you can spring some nice runs, and it happened with Levi tonight.
Yeah, total team effort. I got to mention the defense too. Like, that quarterback was second in the WIPU. He passed for 360 against North Catholic, and we held him in check tonight. So everybody did a fantastic job.
Enjoy the win now. It starts conference play next week. A tough Mars team will come to Andy Kosneski Field, but you'll start worrying about that tomorrow morning. Enjoy the victory tonight and go get them next week.
Yeah, we're going to celebrate tonight, and then it's back to work tomorrow morning. Absolutely.
Hey,
thanks, Doug. Yep.
There you have it, head coach Brad Wright. And we're going to get Levi Porter right over here. Levi. See, Doc, he's getting selfies taken with him right now. Levi, good player of the game, brought to you by Good Insurance Solutions of Indiana. Your thoughts, 4 touchdowns, over 200 yards rushing. You're here 2 weeks ago talking with me, and the ratings were so great we had to have you back on again tonight for player of the game. Your thoughts on tonight's victory?
My line just played really well. They were just able to create a lot of holes that I was just able to run through. Just really happy with how they blocked.
Talk about even that last possession there. You had an opportunity. You probably could have tried for your 5th touchdown, but you knew the situation. You knew all you had to do was stay in bounds, and basically the game was over.
I just care about winning, honestly. I don't care about touchdowns or stats. I just want to win games.
Hey, congratulations. Enjoy the victory. Conference play starts next week.
Yes, sir.
There you have it. Levi Porter, the Good Insurance player of the game, and we'll send it back upstairs to you, Pat.
Thanks, Doug, and thanks to Zeke Thomas, our first Commonwealth Bank quick stats. Levi had 30 carries, 250 yards, and 4 touchdowns. What a night by Levi Porter in that Indiana offensive line. All right, so let's take a quick break here, and we'll be back with more of the First Commonwealth Bank post-game show after this.
Introducing the new Colonial Advantage at Colonial Auto Group. Our complimentary program with every new and used vehicle. 1 year of no-charge maintenance, meaning you can enjoy your new vehicle and let us take care of the rest. Plus, a lifetime warranty. That's a $2,500 value. The Colonial Advantage program is our way of giving you peace of mind with every Colonial vehicle purchase. Colonial Auto Group, home of the Colonial Advantage. Visit shopcolonialcars.com.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office?
Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your local Erie agent is William G. Meckling Insurance Agency. Get a quote at 724-465-4261 or visit mecklinginsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock is not guaranteed insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Don't miss the biggest floor sample sale Dowd's Furniture has had in years. We're cleaning out all the shelves and filling both stores with over $4 million of inventory available for immediate delivery. Sofas, recliners, sectionals, bedroom and dining room furniture, plus lamps, pictures, and accessories, all available now. Hurry in and don't miss out at Dowd's of Plumville and Greensburg.
Doesn't your home deserve Dowd's?
This is State Senator Joe Pittman, wishing all of our student athletes and their families every success. Friday Night Lights are always exciting, and I recognize how important it is for students to be involved in activities, whether it be in athletics or the performing arts. I salute not only all of our students, but also all who guide them, on and off the gridiron, and I wish all of our hometown teams the best of luck this season.
Horses is hospitality. Sit right down and enjoy a great meal. Horses is hospitality. Delicious food, lots of hoss appeal. You'll love our famous fresh salad bar. The freshest near or far. Your hometown steakhouse, wherever you are. Horses Steak and Sea House. Horses is hospitality.
Shady Side, of their 21 points, 7 came off of a 90-some-yard fumble return, and then a 96-yard kickoff return was the other score for Shady Side until late in the game when Shady Side scored in the fourth quarter on a 9-yard pass Harris to Bonner, and that was a 13-play, 56-yard drive. As we've said all night, we want to thank our friends at Grand Beginnings Children's for Kids campaign. More points means more for the Teddy Bear Fund Drive from Grand Beginnings, teaching children to shine since 1991. So we have to look at this, and, you know, there was a lot of big drives tonight for the Little Indians, and we have to, we're going to have to pick one here coming up for the Colonial Auto Group drive of the game. And I'm going to be honest, I think it came at the 8:18 mark in the first half. Indiana had a 13-play, 78-yard drive to respond to the Deacon Durham touchdown, and it was a 3-yard touchdown by Levi Porter after 13 plays and 78 yards. That's our Colonial Auto Group drive of the game. New and used cars, shop colonial.com. We want to thank CJ and the team at Colonial for their support of Indiana high school football. This is a IRMC high school football sports night. We want to thank First Commonwealth Bank. We want to thank Zeke Thomas, our statistician. He's provided us with the First Commonwealth Bank quick stats all night. And we'll be back with more. We're going to bring Doug Steve back in here. But let's take a quick break, and we'll be back with more of the First Commonwealth Bank postgame show after this.
At Grand Beginnings Children's Center, their focus is on growing and teaching children to be the best they can be. They know children need education, inclusion, and safety. Grand Beginnings has a mission to provide a warm and nurturing environment in which each child can grow physically, emotionally, socially, intellectually, and spiritually. Grand Beginnings Children's Center with 2 locations in Indiana, teaching children to shine since 1991. Call 724-463-1819. Find them at grandbeginnings.net.
It's a new season of high school sports in Indiana, and Bowser Minnick Funeral Home is proud to be back presenting Indiana video broadcasts. The team at Bowser Minnick feels overwhelming support from the community and has enjoyed watching and celebrating the accomplishments of the young student athletes, along with all the families and viewers. Bowser Minnick Funeral Home is committed to community involvement and cherishing the special moments that sports create in our children's lives. Bowser Minnick Funeral Home, celebrating each life as uniquely as it was lived.
In real estate, whether you're buying or selling, Berkshire Hathaway is here to help you. Hi, I'm Tom Moreau from Berkshire Hathaway. Our experienced agents are here to help you.
Hi, Kathy Steffi here to kick off with Berkshire Hathaway. If you're ready to get your game on to buy or sell a home, my negotiating offense will score you a winning touchdown.
The face of integrity, passion, and experience, Berkshire Hathaway, 200 South 7th Street, or visit us online at thepreferredrealty.com.
Milk every moment.
All right, and we're back with more of the First Commonwealth Bank postgame show here in Andy Kosneski Field. We touched on it earlier, Doug, the Gooden Associates Insurance Player of the Game. Clearly, it's Levi Porter. You know, not only did he have the 30 carries for 250 yards, but he also had receiving. He had, let me see. He had 4 receptions for 61 yards. So he accounted for 300, and what is that math, Doug? 50 plus 61, that's 311 yards of total offense for the Indians. You know, we did talk also about the secondary. What a good job they did tonight.
You know, and you think about it, last week, you know, Knock beat Indiana, but it was more with the power run game. The secondary, Knock was throwing the ball around their first week. Indiana secondary kept things underneath them. Tonight they did the same thing. Credit Bill Work, defense coordinator for Indiana there. I mean, coming up with some nice schemes to, you know, put the Indiana players in the position to make their plays.
Yeah, it really was a good job by the Indiana defense. As we talked about going into the break, really the only scores, they gave up one drive.
Yeah.
And that was a 13-play, 56-yard drive. At the end of the game, when they had a 17-point lead, and so they were playing a little more conservative and allowing those catches underneath, and really they got them to third and long down there, and credit Shady Side, they made a nice play.
Yep. But you look at the clock management throughout the game and how methodical they were, and you know, I mean, I think if you would have told Coach Wright back on Tuesday this week, this is how it's going to play out, he'd say, I'll take it perfect. Well, that's exactly what he wanted here tonight.
Absolutely. And, you know, in the pregame when Coach Wright, when I sat down with him, you know, he talked about the turnovers, the penalties. Yeah, they had the one turnover, and, you know, that wasn't there's good turnovers and there's bad turnovers. I don't know if that was a bad turnover. I mean, that kid just made a play.
That was a great defensive play
and
there.
He ripped the ball out of, I mean, probably one of the strongest kids on the team. I mean, Griffin Pribish is a strong kid.
Yeah.
They just made a play.
Yeah.
It happens. But they cut down on the penalties, and they didn't have any big penalties. I think they had maybe one hold that put them behind the sticks. Trevor did a good job of forcing a couple penalties, getting Shady Side to jump. So I just thought it was a good team effort tonight.
It was, and you know, when people around the WPIAL look at the score tomorrow, and especially in the conference teams, they're going to say, "Holy heck, Indiana put it to Shady Side Academy." And you know what? Hey, section play starts next week. Now the games count even more. Once you get to section play. So it'll be a tough one next week with Mars coming to town.
Yeah, let's take one more final break, and then we'll come back here to Kosneski Field and wrap this thing up. You're listening to WDAD 1450 AM and 100.3 FM as well as watching on Renda Digital TV, brought to you by the Bowser Minnick Funeral Home and Beyond the Sunset Pet Crematory.
In a van hasn't returned your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
Milk every moment.
Oh, hi. Nick Lord, head coach of the state runner-up Homer Center Lady Wildcats. When I'm not game prepping with the girls, I'm creating financial game plans at Walbeck Insurance. We take time to learn about your specific needs to create a game plan tailored just for you, whether it is auto, home, life, health, or business insurance. Come see me, Nick Moore, at Walbeck Insurance, where we offer more choices, more savings.
Call 724-479-9378 to let Coach Nick make a game plan for you.
Indiana's premier fitness facility, Sobeck Fitness, is excited to be a sponsor of Little Indians Athletics and this year's football season. Sobeck Fitness is Indiana's only open-floor gym. One step inside and you will realize this is no ordinary gym. Sobeck has the largest selection of equipment to choose from, including plate-loaded machines and plate select machines. Whether you're a seasoned veteran or new to a gym, Sobeck has the equipment for you. Call Sobeck Fitness to join, 724-801-8170, or check them out online at SobeckFitness.com.
Football fans across the county, did you know
Citizens Ambulance Service has been providing our community with professional emergency medical services for 59 years.
Citizens' 1,000 square mile service area includes 7 school districts and 47 municipalities.
They partner with local fire departments and individuals to have medically trained responders at your door as quickly as possible.
Citizens has responded to 5,400 emergency calls so far this year.
The Citizens Ambulance Board of Directors thanks you and reminds you that community support makes it work.
Sobeck has the equipment for you. Call Sobeck Fitness to join, 724-801-8170, or check them out online at SobeckFitness.com.
AM 1450 WDAD.
And we're back with the First Commonwealth postgame show. Time to be first. First Commonwealth member FDIC. All right, so Indiana moves to 2-1 on the season. They start section play next week against the Mars Planets here at Andy Kuzneski Field. That'll be a 7 o'clock kickoff. Our airtime on all the platforms will be 6:30. Doug, what are our final takeaways here?
I just think Indiana, they played a total team effort on both sides of the football. They played a smart football game. They did the little things that it takes to win in high school football, and they put a great showing on for the home fans tonight, and it's something hopefully they can build on to start section play next week.
Yeah, they're going to have their work cut out for them. Mars is a team that's on the rise. Eric Kasparovich, who won several championships at Pine Richland, moved over there after an unceremonious dismissal from Pine Richland. We'll leave that alone for now, but Indiana will hopefully, they came out of it, it seems, fairly healthy. I didn't see any nicks or bumps, knock on wood.
Yeah.
Get these guys hydrated, get them healthy, keep them healthy, and be ready to go next week.
And the only is Quentin Lebniscus is out basically for the season from his injury in week 1. But other than that, it looks like a healthy Indiana team ready to start section play next week.
All right, that's going to wrap it up here from Andy Kuzneski Field. We want to thank Garrett Clark, our board operator back at the mothership. We want to thank Andy Hart for his work on the video side. And we want to thank Samantha, our camera person tonight. Hopefully she might be producing next week, unless we scared her away. We've got Doug Steve and Zeke Thomas with us stats tonight. So that's about it for the cast of 5 of us. And Will Steve, who chases Doug around and gives us the scores. Did you get me a Mars score?
No, there's no score. But
no score posted yet, so we'll find out. And you can tune into the Coach's Show and Coach's Corner tomorrow. I'm sure Todd Moreno might have that for us. But for everybody, this has been an IRMC High School Sports Night on the First Commonwealth Bank postgame show. Indiana goes home a winner, 31-21. We'll see you next week from Andy Kuzneski Field.